Huh? Wait. Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
I was looking at OBS and it wasn't picking up desktop audio at first, and I thought I was losing it, but no, there was just no sound being played at the time. You're gonna start over here. Oh, there we go. And we're live. So, alrighty. So thank you all for tuning in. Last time the party got up to uh, plenty of things in King's Landing. Made it to the bank, did some light shopping, went into the Hall of Heroes and had a history lesson. Met with a military officer and man of some import, Darius Wolfdom. And they were given several quests, as many several other things. And we left off with them walking down through the Hall of Heroes, heading out of it. And when they are leaving the Hall of Heroes, they see, once they leave the hall itself, they start heading down the stairs, heading back into the plaza. Um, the first one to see it is Gildos with his very good passive perception. But you see a certain somebody is talking with a Templar. You recognize him as Sir Roderick.
Ah.
Is that the entire group?
Yep, the entire group is here at the moment. As for Bub,
Alright.
I will get to Bub in a moment.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah. Så
Uh,
spar det med alla.
Oh yeah, has Eleanor even met Sir Roderick before?
Not yet.
Oh, I
I don't
copied
think.
the
She has
wrong
not.
token.
She has not yet Sir Roderick.
So,
Bub
so
multiplier.
see here, but I turn to everyone and say, "Oh, look over here. Now that's a face we haven't seen in a long time."
Ah, Sir Roderick. I had heard he was here, still waiting.
Sir Roderick turns around to you. He salutes to the Templar, who salutes him back. Yes, sir. And begins marching away. Sir Roderick turns to you all properly. And while in certain places he carried himself very with dignity, he is standing straighter and his posture is very ramrod rigid when in King's Landing. Templar through and through, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Color me surprised to find you all here in King's Landing. Though perhaps not too surprising. What brings you?
Ah, Sir Roderick. Good seeing you. Well, this is my home after all, and we've returned after a brief stay in Nebulum of sorts. I'm glad to see you well, sir.
I'm glad to see you all have your facilities about you after traveling through Nebulum. There's quite difficult problems happening over there, which I am quite unfortunately unable to help with. If I had it my way, I would personally march on into Nebulum and deal with those mercenaries myself.
Deline kind of glances to Sir Gildas.
Uh-huh. I'll say, is this still about that old wizard, or is that other wave?
I'm handling certain things around here, mostly dabbling with the Templars, as seems that Darius requires me, and he wishes for me to return to the Templar Order, and we are butting heads currently. As simply put, I am a freelancer for them at the moment. Hired mercenary, but in practice, but in all but title, I am still a Templar, I suppose. Turns out that person that you went looking into, the cultist that you found, as well as the gem, revealed an underbelly that is most unsavory. I will not say too much more. Simply know that they're not the kind that you wish to affiliate with.
I don't think so. Oh, forgive me. Letting you all know, this is Sir Roderick. We led him earlier in our journeys. He's a former Templar.
I see.
Yeah. Very much our
Eleanor,
secret in the guild.
Eleanor will take a low bow. Eleanor, at your service. Eleanor. Refined mannerisms. The ones, yes, that is a bow of Asterium. Traveling incognito, my lady. No? You are not a good liar. I would not recommend continuing to do so in the future. If I might, Sir Roderick, how was I so easy to discover? I look nothing like myself, not truly, and I do not give you much more of my name. And many people bow like this in Asterium. Do not take it personally, dear. It is simply that I am an old Templar. I have a way of puzzling things out at a glance. Ah. Even more nefarious types than you have attempted to lie to me and been unsuccessful. Don't take it personally. Right. I understand that. But you say an old Templar? You do not wear a helm, and your guard looks very old. Yes, I am an old Templar, though I am no longer currently within the service of the Crown. Truly, I was not aware Templars could just retire but keep acting as if they were one. Oh, we can retire and do as we please, all we want. We lose the power and all of the privileges that come with it. And it's up to us whether we wish to keep acting as if we're a Templar or not. There's nothing saying we cannot. I see. That's very interesting. I had assumed that once you're a Templar, you were not able to retire, and if you were not allowed to function in such a capacity again. Not unless you re-enlisted. Oh no. No, that's a common misconception. The Templar Code itself does not actually have a distinction of sorts. Mostly an assumption by many. Younger greenhorns. I see.
Delon sheepishly like looks around.
Besides, you're doing your fair share of work, so I doubt they would find anything to complain about anyway.
Exactly. I can't complain about somebody who gets results and does not actually cause more trouble for them after all. They will begrudgingly accept his service. He has a weird smirk on his face that is unbecoming of a Templar when he says this.
Bit of experience, essentially.
I see. You mentioned that you did not like those mercenaries, yes? Oh, do not conflate the two. I do not dislike Templars. They are quite fine in their own rights. They're good men. But yes, I do not like those mercenaries in Nebulum. If I may, Delon, could we attempt to enlist Sir Roderick? If he desires, perhaps he could be of help.
Sir Roderick, we were, for many reasons, we were attempting to rout a certain group of mercenaries, one of which forcibly escorted us through Nebulum. We were going to go back into Nebulum territory soon. I am under no obligation if you would be interested in joining us.
I see. I am quite interested in the matter, as I would more than love to handle such vagabonds myself and bring them to justice. In the name of the gods, I would love to. However, we do not always get to do the things we love. Currently speaking, I am in contract with the Templars, and I am helping them handle a certain endeavor.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
occurred to, like, literally at the start of the conversation, he said, yeah, I want to, but I can't because I'm busy. So,
Hmm.
He implied he was
And
busy and he would want to, and then he's outright saying it now, essentially.
yeah.
hmm, I
That's
understand.
unfortunate. Any advice you can give us then? When in Nebulum, you could make like the Nebulese do and hang low, essentially. If you keep low to the ground and make yourself a small footprint, you'll be much harder to notice. Standard espionage. Keep watch of towers and vantage points. Nebulese people understand how to keep at high vantages above you where they can see you before they see you, or you see them. Additionally, if you wish to try to take the moral high ground and do not wish to practice these underhanded, more espionage-centered means, I wish you good luck, for you will be seen a mile away, and they will be ready for you long before you arrive.
Hmm.
I see.
See.
So you're saying to watch vantage points and attempt to stay low. Yes, cover of darkness could be quite beneficial to you. The Nebulese people are used to darkness, yes, but that does not mean that they can actually see better than you can. It could create a situation where neither of you might notice the other, whereas in daylight, they would most definitely notice you first. I see. Keep a watch out for creatures, though, in the dark. Nebulum has nocturnal predators.
We may be able to use that to advantage too. I mean, in extreme cases.
Yes. One last final bit of advice. When dealing with vagabonds, you'll find that their resolve is weaker than an initiate on initiation day. They shatter at the tiniest bit of well-placed pressure. So then what? You can essentially cause infighting within their ranks if you know who to probe and who not to.
Well,
In Nebulum, every dog for himself, after all. And you can use that.
as it turns
Yeah,
out, we
but
have an idea.
So
Oh,
Gildas, you think what I'm thinking?
now remember the man who beat you
Yes,
at the game?
I'm well aware.
Well, he did seem to quite disagree with his superior, so why not just buy him outright? If anything, we can broker a truce between him and us.
You would have it. He thinks. Delon thinks about it. Indeed, that is a apt thought. Their bond is only by gold, and that would cause dissension in the ranks. He wasn't keen on being in his situation. There could be an advantage in utilizing it. Aye, that's not a bad strategy. I was thinking something similar, but that too would cause a serious dissension in the ranks. They'd lose their
Well,
best fighter in one fell swoop.
Now you're
I could
thinking
probably
like a
try
leader.
Could probably try both at the same time. Who knows?
Indeed. And then perhaps, once they lose their best cell sword, I attack them with words, poke and prod even deeper. The leader is overconfident and brash. These men barely can hold bows. Hardly soldiers, even initiates. They'd fall by the wayside at the mere thought of having to die for him. That most of them are more experienced than a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Sir Roderick gets a frown on his face when you say that. In Nebulum, many vagabonds are farmers.
So I am correct then.
It's another occupation for them, though the true farmers who keep tilling the lands see the ones who go off to become vagabonds as fools. They do not weep for them, and do not prepare a lot of ground for them. They just assume that they are dead the moment they chose to become a vagabond. Such is the life of Nebulum.
Forgive me, I meant no disrespect. I was only assuming in check of skill, not of cultural means. Or
Oh,
cause
I
any
understand
offense,
that.
that's not my intention.
Simply, it irritates me. Young lads choosing to enlist as vagabonds instead of entering some sort of military service instead. One could just bring themselves honor and reputation, and instead they choose an opportunistic lifestyle no better than a vulture.
Well, they choose the easy way out, essentially.
I am not Nebulese, so I cannot vouch for if there is another option that they could have taken. But from my position within King's Landing, yes, I disagree with their choice.
I mean, isn't there an adventurers guild as well in the Nebulum?
So I've heard. I've never ventured to it myself.
I mean, when we came here to King's Landing, the adventurers guild was full of farmer. So, I don't know. But,
Well, consider this. King's Landing is all considered a much more safer location. Even Asterion, the Adventurers Guild, while humble, had many protective nature to it. In Nebulum, if it's as what it is, an Adventurers Guild would be far more quiet. It would not make itself known, thus be taken advantage of, if I understand our brief glimpse with that culture.
when you put it like that,
It's far more likely that the Nebulese Adventurers Guild is some hole-in-the-wall joint that's extremely unassuming, that you could only know what it was by recommendation, and then being led to the counter in person and slipped something. After all, if it was public knowledge that you were an Adventurers Guild in Nebulum, you'd be eaten alive. But you still need to function like a member of the Nebulese society, so very likely they're a hole-in-the-wall joint somewhere. And they accept businesses of all kinds. And if they are doing adventurers' work, there's likely some sort of mannerism that shows that they're a member. They're maybe given a secret menu. The way he talks about it is like he's dealt with something like this very similar before.
No doubt.
He has a bit of a faraway glance as he says these sorts of things.
yeah, so sounds like something Filcher would have said to him. Then.
In any case, our stay in Nebulum should be short. We only wish to deal with these mercenaries. It will be a temporary solution, for which my lady has requested me to solve the more permanent ones.
Then I wish you luck. He gives you a nod, pauses for a moment, reaches into a satchel on his side, and throws you 2 potions of healing, essentially. And as well as an anti-venom. You might need these. Where you're going to need them more than I will.
So, Roger. Thank you. Thalain bows.
Yes, thank you very much for all of your advice. I feel much more prepared and at ease now. Good.
That as well.
He nods to you one more time and starts walking away. He waves a hand over his shoulder as he walks, though, And make sure you keep that brief visit as brief as possible. The longer you're in Nebulum, the bigger the target you are.
Aye, will do.
With that, he walks out of sight.
This is what an interesting man.
Simply toss us potions like that. These are quite valuable.
It's not even the first time with that.
No, it's not. We're just kind of used to it.
You're just saying
He's
that he
cool.
has given potions to you before? He must be
Oh,
quite
yeah.
confident then that he won't need them. Or perhaps
So
he
was
simply
it-
has a methodology of thinking. Perhaps if your chances of success are low, this will bolster them.
From our brief journey with Sylvia, is anything to go by. He's a man of many qualities and even more mysteries. But one thing is for certain, he has an excellent ability of timing.
Perhaps the gods watch over him even now then.
I hope so. I feel he was not letting us truly in on what is going on. Perhaps that's for the best. We need to maintain focus now. Speaking of
Indeed.
which, we need to find Sir Bub. Make sure he understands our situation.
Yeah,
Yes,
so,
I lost track of him around the marketplace. Let's go there.
Shouldn't be too far away.
Alright, so Bub, what kind of weird job do you want to have gotten up to in the marketplace
Yeah.
while they were
So,
out doing the plot?
I remember last time I'm like, I'm gonna do like a dirty job speed run. Like try to do as many as possible was the idea.
Alrighty. So, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. I'm going to just say that you make about 80 gold today from working.
Wow.
It's in King's Landing. You make a lot of gold here. Gold also doesn't go as far here. But in other regions, that gold still works, kind of a thing.
Speaking of which, did we already put my other gold into the bank? Or
I believe Rem added that to the cart. Let's see.
Yeah, I asked, but
He also
I
hasn't put it down. Also, just so.
Oh yeah.
Only the gold then.
So it has
Okay,
not
okay.
been added in yet, but I guess it could be added in
Okay.
if you wanted it to.
Yeah, 30 gold. There you go.
Yeah, 30 gold. So that's it.
So you keep the silver and the copper then, bub.
okay.
Yeah, it might be easier to track it that way, just like the gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. But let's see. You get up to lots of jobs, bub. You are one merchant flags you down and is like, Kobold, excellent, come here, you. Blue Kobold, I haven't seen one of you in a long. You are hard workers, right? Here, start selling these. And he just shoves something into your hands and tells you to start selling them. And you start doing that.
So Bob just like literally is like he'll get in people's way, like they're gonna trip over him to get their attention, and like like slope over their shoulders. Be like, "How do you want it? Oh, I got this."
So Bob, you do all that. You sell quite a few of these little things that he's selling. They're weird little they're little pamphlets that kind of like, oh, if you take these and you show it over to the shop, you'll get a deal here, kind of a thing. Then after you finish that up, a few hours of that, you're picked up by like the scruff of your neck and placed in front of like a band and given a good like some cymbals. And a guy who has like 3 teeth in his head, who looks like a tiefling, winks at you and starts singing while playing a banjo. And like you can see that he's got other people with him that are also playing instruments, and there's a bowl in front of them that has some money in it. He just picked you up and he's like, here's some cymbals. Start playing. They're dancing.
All right, I'll try. Let's go.
Roll performance. This one I'll have you roll performance for.
Yeah, so Bub's gonna take both of the are they tambourines or like cymbals or something
They're
like that?
yeah, there's something like that. Yeah.
He's gonna put it on both sides, like monkey dominant stance, and he's gonna start dancing like a sexy belly dancer. And, okay. 19.
Oh, damn, let's go. Alrighty. So, Bub, you draw like quite a crowd. Like you are the star attraction for this traveling little group of weirdos over here. As lots of a crowd draws and starts throwing money into the bowl in front of them, and they just start playing more, and you start dancing harder. And the party, when you enter into the market square, you can see a crowd of people is gathered in like around an area in the middle of the marketplace, and you can hear music is coming out of it. It's very weird music. It doesn't sound like it's from here at all.
Gypsies.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, let's go check it out then.
Alright.
I'm the master performer.
You make your way over, and you kind of weed your way through the crowds, and you find that Bub is just dancing up a storm with some cymbal/tambourines in his hands. There's just people are throwing money at Bub, kind of a thing.
I've got like one cymbal in one hand, like one tambourine in the other.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
With it.
Is it? That's Sir Bub.
So basically, he's belly dancing, but it's a bit wigglier because he's so small.
There's a group of that you can see a tiefling. You can see a tabaxi, a lizard folk. Give me one moment. So I'm not going off the top of my head. And what looks like a kinku are all just kind of like playing instruments huddled over all together. They all have they'll look ragged and a little worn out, but they're also like playing this weird exotic music kind of a thing. And Bob is just kind of Bob is just dancing with them and making money as well. Delon, you kind of know without needing to roll history that people like this are kind of like refugees. They try to travel through King's Landing. They usually are on the streets for a little bit, but they know that if they stay too long, the Templar will kind of what are you doing on the streets so much? Mm-hmm. But these people are probably just passing through. They're usually harmless. They know they can't steal anything in King's Landing, but they bring a decent amount of entertainment, and they can supposedly read people's fortunes and stuff like that too.
Cool. Yeah, so Bob really doesn't care about that. He's just working.
Bob doesn't know anything about that. It is just working.
Pretty much.
Eleanor
Bob accidentally gets hired by the big bad, but he works for him because of the job.
But yeah,
I
have a job for you. We're gonna destroy the world. Okay.
But I live here.
Well, I mean, he wouldn't go that far, but it would be pretty easy for him to accidentally join the bad guy.
Seeing this little thing happening here, Eleanor kind of is looking at it with kind of a silly little smile on her face. Oh my. I didn't know Bub could dance like that.
Eleanor, I don't think he even knew he could dance like that until he wanted to.
The show continues for a bit longer until wrapping up. And, Bub, you are patted on the head as, the tabaxi does a cartwheel over the top of you, picks up the bowl with his feet, cartwheels back over, and places the bowl down in front of everybody over there. They divvy it up and hand it all out in equal shares, and then there's a little coin pouch as it's shoved into your hands, Bub, and you're given a pat on the head at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Also give a couple of gold for the spectacle as well.
How much do I get paid?
From this specific interaction, you find that you made about 15 gold.
Damn. Okay.
So you've
Not
made
too bad.
80 plus 15. You've made 95 gold, bub.
You're rich.
In an afternoon, you've made almost as much as what took Delon a week.
Well, you gotta be willing to do those dirty jobs.
That's true. You gotta be willing to do.
Bub
I-
did,
I
yeah,
regret
Delon did it on
selling.
the up and up. Delon did it through very, very hard work. Bub did it through, like, basically working with, like, shrewd business people.
Hustle culture.
No.
Yeah, hustle
You see-
culture, yeah.
I see the difference is that Dalan did it in the countryside, Bob did it in the city.
That too. The city people
Yeah.
do give out a lot more money, as the things in the city are a lot more expensive, and the farmers have a lot less wealth.
Town with the bourgeoisie.
Not with the bourgeoisie.
So, after I finish up working, it's pretty easy to see the party since they all stand out.
Yeah. You easily see them. They were Gildos threw some gold in the thing for the performance, and like you could see that Eleanor was kind of like tapping her foot to the music.
Yeah, so Bub's gonna go up and goes, "Hi, I've been working hard.
As you could see, yes. Quite nimble, aren't you?
So this is where we lost you at. I thought I had lost sight of you around here.
There was lots of work to be done. I underestimated how long it would take. It took me this long, and now I'm done."
I see, I see. I did not know you could quite dance like that, Bub. It was quite a sight.
Yeah, it just came to me.
Ah, a heat of passion, I see.
Yeah, you could say that. So it's hard to carry this much. Is there somebody where I can put it?
Aye, we happen to have something for that. Delon pulls out a extra bag of holding.
You do not have that bag of holding yet, by the way.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, you'll get
So I
that
can pick up
after
the
you
rest of the
finish.
bag of holding.
Yeah, you get that after you finish the quest for killing the mercenaries.
Just put it inside the bag of holding for now.
All right. How much gold should I carry? Let's say 10 gold. So I'm gonna put 89 gold into the bag.
All right.
Put that under it then. 30 copper plus 9 gold.
89.
9 gold. Could have made that 90. No, 89.
Okay, well, I'll make it 90. Fine. There we go. So now I have 10. Yeah, I basically have 10 gold and change on me. That should be enough.
Sounds good.
89 and 9. With taxes.
Yeah, just put 90 gold in there. There we go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Eleanor kind of leads you, Bub, and the party more towards, heading towards the front gate. It's good that we found you, Bub. We've decided to return to Nebulum to deal with those horrible bandits.
All right. We
Very
should ambush
gung-ho.
them this time.
Yes, I quite like the sound of that.
I mean, first we'll try the bribes, then we'll try the persuasions, and if nothing else works, ambush it is. Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. Let's head on our way then. We'll travel under the cover of darkness so we're less noticeable.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty.
No, nothing.
Alrighty. So I want, and since the party's traveling under the cover of darkness, I want everybody to roll stealth with advantage.
Yeah, do we have pass without trace yet?
Yeah, Evan already rolled it, so I'm assuming.
So,
Evan rolled it preemptively, but I'm just assuming he rolls it when it was needed, essentially.
Yeah.
that's a
pretty much.
24 for me. Oh wait, no, I should roll for like normal then. But that's still a 14, I think, because the 6 is on the right. So
By the way, Delon, if you're on the back of Velisay, you could try to
Mhm.
roll Velisay's stealth instead if you wanted.
You should do that.
Sure. Yeah, might as well. Let me get his sheet out.
Yeah, Eleanor will not roll. She doesn't roll the best stealth. She actually doesn't have it spec'd here. She's a noble. She doesn't stealth.
it's okay.
She lies and catches liars.
She gets
Uh,
the stat anyway.
Let's.
True.
What?
Hey, she got
What's
22.
what's the stat for stealth again?
It's
Dexterity.
dexterity.
I mean, I think,
Dexterity.
does it even matter whether you roll dexterity or not? Because like it's the same bonus anyway.
Yeah, that's what I rolled for Eleanor. Is just dexterity. I rolled flat dexterity. Because if
Yeah.
you have a specific skill that makes it higher, it would be noted on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, let's roll whatever.
Alrighty. So we got Gildos with a 24. We got Bub with a 20. Got Eleanor with a 22. And we got Velisay with a 23. Or wait, 33. Not 20 then, 33. Alright. So, under the cover of darkness, the party begins traveling through Nebulum. They are being quite stealthy, very secretive, as once they get into Nebulum proper, the sun has set and it is nighttime. Let's see. You leave behind no passage, no tracks, so you are just moving as silent as the night itself. Bit of a ghost in the night. Alrighty.
Mm.
Give me one moment. That one, I think.
As we enter Nebulum, I'm gonna hand over Darlin a pouch of 50 gold for the bribe. The other dude. I should cover it, I think.
By the way, I'm assuming you're traveling without the cart at the moment, because the cart would be much harder to keep with you for this
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you travel into Nebulum. I'm going to move you over here for the moment. Under the cover of darkness, traveling very, very quietly, very stealthily, and you're fully in Nebulum now. You're not 100% sure where the bandit camp is, however you do remember the direction the bandits were heading in. Perhaps there's something along the way that you, while you're heading that way, could pop out. I want those who would look for it to roll survival or nature, whichever's higher. I'm gonna have Eleanor roll nature.
Yeah, I don't have either, so.
You don't have either?
15?
You'd need to find a different roll. Alrighty. Bub gets a 15. Alrighty. So does Delon have either of those? No, he doesn't. Okay. Let's see, Velisay, does he have any?
If he
just
wants
got
to make
perception.
Yeah, not that much.
Alrighty. So, Bub and Eleanor combined kind of are skimming through the area. Eleanor kind of looking around with the environment itself, kind of checking the animals that are flying overhead and all that, while Bub is checking for tracks and any disturbances in the area. Bub, you notice that there are some twigs are displaced and pressed into the mud of the Moorish countryside. There's a lot of them actually, like people marched through here, kind of a thing. Eleanor, for her sake, looks up to the sky and kind of, while hunkering down with the party, points as a hawk is circling in the air in a large sweep around the area. It makes a big old circle, about 100 mile parameter, and is circling around that, essentially. I'd assume perhaps there's something that the hawk would be circling around 4 in the center. It's a perfect circle.
I see.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Indeed.
Yes, let's
Be
go.
on guard, everyone.
You too. Da-da-da.
Eleanor will purposely keep her regular scimitar ready to be drawn, and her free hand ready for perhaps a spell, but she will not use the scimitar of lighting to not reveal herself.
Yeah, but for now only Bub and Lenore can see anything anyway, so
True.
they're the best suited
Dragonborns don't get dark vision?
Apparently they don't.
Let's see.
I thought they did.
I believe Delon has a draconic resistance and not dark vision itself. I don't believe.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
for
They
Imagine
don't
not
have-
having dark vision.
I believe Eleanor has dark vision as well.
I mean, she's the elf, so
Yeah.
yeah, she would.
But yeah, let's see. So the party, with the aid of Bub and Eleanor, travel under the cover of darkness. And as you get closer, you begin to see. Now we'll move you over to something. Here we go.
I mean, honestly, everyone having dark vision is kind of lame, so.
I agree. It's much more interesting when like only some of the party have it. It
It's
also
only for
makes
60
things
feet, though.
true, but it makes it more interesting for me as well as a GM when like not everyone has dark vision. It means I don't have to be mean. I don't have to use fog on people. Alrighty, so as you're traveling, I moved you over to another map. The party sees sort of an encampment. It is a wooden encampment with some decently high walls and some watchtowers in the distance. You can see very dim fires behind those woods, kind of like very, very dim. Like it's very hard to make out unless you were looking for them, kind of a thing. From this distance, you would need to roll a perception check to see if you could see people or anything similar from this distance.
Oh, I can.
For those with dark vision, roll disadvantage, so you take the lesser of it if you're rolling 2, because it's dark out.
Let me just roll another one then. Okay,
Alright,
that's
so you got 18? Very nice. I'll have Eleanor
That's probably
roll.
gonna be better than mine. Yep.
And Eleanor roll wisdom. Yeah, she's not helpful here either. She has dark vision, but she can't see that far. Delon gets the 8. Alright. So, benefit of having a horse can also make a roll, Delon. Roll it with disadvantage as well. So your horse could also see things.
The horse is prey.
yeah, we know. It's
Good.
He does have perception +4.
16, alright.
Also, his passive perception is 14.
Nice.
Not bad. Yeah, the horse is actually pretty dope. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, Gildos, you got an 18. Bub with a 9. Eleanor with Bub with a 16. Eleanor with a 4. Delon with an 8. Belisay with a 16. So, I'll start at the top. Gildos, you can see that there are I'm gonna move you all actually a little bit. I'm gonna move you into this corner essentially.
Yeah.
Just for simplicity's sake at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just assume, by the way, that you're kind of like on a hill or something, looking towards this place, but you're out of sight at the moment. They don't see you. You assume.
Yeah.
Gildos, you can see that there are watchtowers, and there are people in the watchtowers from this angle.
Right.
With your 18, you can also... You can't see too far inside the fort due to the height of the walls, but judging from the size of the fort, there's definitely a decent amount of men in there.
Mm-hmm.
As for, let's see, Velise communicates to you, Delon, that there's definitely some people on towers, though he can't make out any explicit details. Goldos, you could tell, though, that the people in the towers were armed with longbows.
Uh-huh. Oh, dang. There's just a 2 difference. Uh-huh. Does Bub with his super special vision get anything, though?
Let's see, Bub got a 16. So, Bub, with your 16, but in the dark, you can tell that not only are there people here, in the dark you can make out a little more detail, but you can't make out color of it. But you can tell that these people look a bit similar to what you saw before. In fact, they look very similar to the group that you saw before.
All right. So we're at the right place. Good.
Indeed.
So, considering the watchtowers and the size of the camp, how do we sneak in?
That is the question. The armaments are high. They are advantage of towers. Even if we snuck through, they would be seeing something.
Actually, Marsh, a question.
Yes.
From there, can we make out whether those are wooden walls or stone walls?
That's a good question.
You can definitely tell they're wooden, but they are very hardy wooden walls.
Right. I mean, even if they are wooden walls, I doubt we can set ablaze the whole thing anyway.
It would create a obvious sort of an obvious thing to draw attention to, though, if the wall suddenly caught fire from something.
Right.
True. And I guess if Delon's going to distract them, it should be from the front. So I guess the question is, which of us are sneaking around besides me?
At the moment, if you keep concentration, all of those that would roll sneak would still have passed that trace.
Yep. So I'm going to concentrate until I can sneak around, and then I'll do my thing when Delon gives a signal, I guess.
Yeah. Like, Delon won't really make a movement unless the other one's in a good location.
Yeah.
Or do you want him to distract them first and then use that as an advantage, but that's all eyes on Delon?
Right, yeah. So what do you have, like 19 AC? Something like that?
Yeah, something like I mean, let me double
Yeah, I
check.
think you have 19 with the bonus again.
I have 19 now because of
okay.
his help.
That is really good. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want you to distract people until we're in position, which I'll just concentrate on the spell until we get into position. And I can't really do anything else besides concentrate on it, so...
Yeah, problem is I don't have Shield of Faith prepared.
I have an odd thought.
Yeah?
So, Velise is of near steed. Technically, it is a Fae. It could... if Marsh would allow it, perhaps we could use the horse as a distraction. Perhaps he could make a Fae step and then go to like something and knock something over in the camp. And the towers would have to take notice.
That makes
sense. Or, since I know you have it, Gildas, you have Magic Hand. You could cause a little distraction, and that would at least distract you would at least distract the towers for a bit for you all to sneak in real quick.
I see. I mean, it's 30 feet, so... Oh, wow, yeah. Not a lot, actually.
Additionally, also, if I know correctly, you're a Forge Master. Maybe you could ask for some divine on the fire that they're all standing next to. Maybe get a little
Ooh.
fire, a little scare.
That's interesting.
Could even do that? Is the question.
Maybe give it a
You'd
little
have to
scare,
make
and
a
then
religion roll.
Come on,
That
Bridget,
would-
come through.
Yeah,
That
you
would-
would make a religion
like,
roll to pray to Bridget.
make Bridget put a little fear into them at least. Start a little bit like a what the fuck kind of a moment, and then that would definitely distract the tower people, and it'd be like, okay, now, go, get into position.
I mean, they are rather suspicious, yeah. So, superstitious. I mean, So,
Superstitious. You could, and I bet you some of them were thinking about that, are still thinking about that.
mhm.
Still being smited. It's been a couple days.
The other thing, by the way, is that in regards to Velisay, he would not necessarily be able to dip into the Feywild because he's currently here.
Yeah.
But Velisay is a very prized animal. Velisay himself would be worth a lot, so people trying to, if you wanted to use Velisay as a distraction, people would try to essentially capture him as unharmed as possible. He's a pristine beast worth quite a lot of money.
Honestly, though, the Bridget thing is much more thematic and a lot more fun.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I do have whole person prepared as well.
Yes.
So I can.
Save that for the boss.
I mean, I can cast it like. Well, yeah, I have like three level 2 spells I can cast. So, what I can do is, go just under the towers, cast Mage Hands on those two. Like some kind of tap in the back, kind of thing. But them, turn around like what's around. Well,
Yeah.
What was
going
that
on?
noise?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then see, like, from the distraction, see if I can circumvent the towers, go inside that under the bush or that tree, all sneaky like. Then, what's the range on the pass with that trace again? 30 feet, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So I just have enough. See if I go right there.
I mean, I can always run with you.
So let's see from there, 50, 60. Okay, and then from there I'm gonna pray that the fire gets bigger, give them a fright, and that one dude there, I'm gonna cast whole person on him. Make it
Isn't
real
this guy that douchebag that beat
Yeah,
you
it
on
is.
the duel, though?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
But that's the one we want to buy essentially. So
Yeah, that's the party member that's the dude that the party wants to buy because it's very clear that he works for whoever has the most money.
Oh, so we
Yeah.
just buy him and he fights with us.
Yes.
Yes,
way
that's
better. Yeah.
Don's
Way better
plan. Yeah.
Way better plan.
That was actually like before, like he brought up that I was actually when I said when I looked at Gildas and I said, "Do you think what I'm thinking?" Rem, you're not gonna believe it, but that's exactly what he's like. Why don't we just buy him? And Don actually was gonna bring that up. He's like, he's a man of coin. I don't think he really cares.
yeah,
That's him.
Bundle of whales and boom.
I'm gonna put a marker on the bandit leaders just so you can see it essentially.
He's in the
yeah.
big tent.
Yeah, he's in the big tent. But I'll
Yep,
I'll do this as well to signify if that matters is all. And he looks like
Yes.
this.
Cool. Well, we can't see him at the moment, but
No, but you've seen him before, so.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure what we'll do is gonna draw his ass out, and Delon will
yeah.
make sure to get his attention.
Okay.
Hold on, let me see what else I have.
I love this. This is gonna be like a proper Princess Bride moment where they just get a wheelbarrow and light him on fire. Get your soul. I am the ghost of Captain Roberts.
I'm gonna have Eleanor preemptively cast this on herself.
Yeah. Get that AC.
So now her AC is 14. There we go.
And if we can get like some of those like frightened bandits, to listen, I can always,
Fun.
cast calm emotions on them to turn them against the others, kind of thing. Like, hey, you listen to me, listen to God. So now I'm gonna help you in your time of strife, but you have to join us. seriously. I have to turn straight.
Too bad we don't have suggestion.
I
That's
know.
exactly the spell for that.
Yeah, but you know, I have bootleg suggestions, which means
Bootleg.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's like the bootleg
it's
version of it.
role-playing and making do with what we have in hand.
Yeah, I'm with that. So what is the rest of the party gonna do when we go in and hide in the bush? And do the
I'm
fire
imagining
thing?
Eleanor will move with the party, essentially.
Okay.
If the party is
Just gonna
going to
be
try
chilling
to
in the bush?
hide in this bush here while a distraction
Yeah.
is made, Eleanor will also chill with you in the bush.
And
Okay.
then once the distraction is made, Delon will make himself known, allowing you to maneuver and do whatever you got to do, because all eyes will be on him.
Cool.
And he'll play up the whole like oh, like kind of like during the fire and all that's kind of happening, and then the white dragonborn shows up, and you're like, oh shit.
All right, let's go for it.
Alright, so just so I know 100%, so I can understand and follow along as well.
Yeah.
So the plan, so run me through the plan, step by step.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead, Ren.
Right. So what I'll do is run up just under the tower, like right there, probably. Cast Mage Hand on both of those dudes, essentially to the old, touch the back, like see if someone is there, just to make them turn around. Distract them with Mage Hand like that. Then, while they're distracted, go under and around the tower, inside that bush. From there, pray to make the fire bigger. Like, I don't know how bigger, but we'll at least try to give them everyone around there a good fright, and all those around, like, I don't know, make a distraction within the camp. And then once that is that, well, they'll be scared. So I want to cast Hold Person on this one specifically, just so that there's clearly something wrong with them. And then I think it's Dalen's turn to shine.
Mm-hmm.
After that,
Alrighty. So that's going to be what you do, and then Delon will ride in while everybody's dealing with the commotion, and make a spectacle of himself. Mind out of the gutters, people! Mind out of the gutters! Not like that.
Cool. I actually do have Produce Flame if the prayer thing doesn't work, but then I'd have to put down the stealth bonus.
I say my biggest worry is like those three people there. They might spot us, but
Well, I mean, their vision is obstructed by the bush, technically.
Well, hear us.
They don't have dark vision. I think it's going to be pretty hard for them to see you sneaking into a bush.
Well, it's lit, though, by the fire.
True.
Well, let's do it and see what happens.
Yeah.
Also remember, a creature that receives this bonus leaves no tracks or other traces of its passage.
That too, yeah.
So as long as you're not being roll like really, really, really badly, you won't make too much sound, essentially.
So before I start though, I'm going to give a little pep talk to everybody, so you can have heroic inspiration for this, Rem. So Rem.
Yep.
So if you need to roll or add after you've made that roll to add a +2, and that needs to pass, you got it. All right. Delon's gonna kneel down everybody and say, "Then we have a plan, then. We're going to use them." He's like, "You're going to put the fear of God in them." He chuckles at that. Put the fear of God in them. Distract them a bit. Sneak in. Use the flame to advantage. Cast it. Put fear straight into one of them. And then, when all that's a spectacle and all that's on it, I'll ride in, armor glistening, as if divine intervention coming into it as promised. And I'll be the full distraction while everyone else goes in. Is that right, everyone?
You got that right.
If that's the case, then just remember, we here to reclaim more than just something for ourselves. We were fooled last time. Taken advantage. I was. And I apologize for that. I thought these men could have hold upon honor. But now, we will put honor into them. Whether they will be routed as they are, it will be their decisions. But let it be said, I am proud to be working with you all right here and right now. We're not just doing it for ourselves. We're doing it also to help the exporting goods of all the people that come through this place. Just remember that. And I know we'll have a song. And I know we'll have a song to say after this night is done. Ba-na-na-na-na.
I just have Two Towers music stuck in my head.
With the heavy Billy dancing.
When Bob reenacts the story as he multi-classes into Bard to be able to do so, he will incorporate the belly dancing into the story.
Oh god, that would be such
Probably,
a bad
yeah.
move.
Probably, though.
I'm not multi-classing at all. That's a detriment to any moon druid, actually.
It would be funny though. Bob the Kobold Moon Druid Bard.
If I was a different kind of druid, I might dip into life cleric, but yeah, no point.
I think Bub would make an amazing Bard, personally.
He would. Probably.
Yeah, if Bub dies, I might play a bard.
Yeah, Bub
A
too.
bard.
Bub 2, Electric Bardaloo.
I mean, it'd be very easy to come in as one of his brothers because he's a kobold.
True.
Brothers, or one of his kids.
Bubbard.
Yeah. I mean, well, if the problem is he has to survive for at least one more year, though, because his kids wouldn't be an adult until 6 years old, and he's 6 years old, though.
Alrighty. So, let's get this encounter underway.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, what's my cue? Wait, initiative perhaps first, no?
Yeah, so I'm going to have you roll initiative now, so we don't do it in a moment. So I want everybody who needs to roll initiative. I'm going to do so for Eleanor now.
That's a 12, hold on. There you go.
Be sure to add 1.
Yeah.
All of these. I
Poor
can't believe I
Eleanor.
rolled a 1. That's so sad.
For
I rolled a
Eleanor.
1.
You did roll a 1 on that. That was actually
Honestly,
really
I think
bad.
it's good for the wizard to go last sometimes.
Well, it's fine, you know, she's absorbing all the bad juju, so it means it'll be fine.
The bad juju.
She got the rolls where it mattered.
I'm trying to find the initiative thing. I always forget where. Oh, there it is. It's because it's white colored on mine. I got a 5.
How about the fastest? Come on.
Your plan
I
needs
rolled
to
really
be
low on
fastest to
Gift
work.
of Alacrity. It's barely contributing.
Alright. Oh, and in the future, Evan, when you roll initiative, click your token for Bub before doing so it adds you to the initiative
okay.
order.
My B.
So that's a
we
5.
We all dumped the dexterity, essentially.
Well, I dumped
Well,
everything.
except Bab would dump calm.
Yeah, he never dumped con, but it wasn't a choice for me.
A bandit. I continue to roll like garbage for the enemies. Let's go. That's been a common trend in this game. Is like enemies just roll like the worst initiative.
I can completely relate to that.
Oh, there's Tulio with his. He's spec'd for it though, so it makes sense that he would roll really well.
Yeah.
Dex rogue baby. And the bandit captain rolls like garbage.
Yeah! Yeah!
Alrighty.
I'm glad that the captain is sandwiched between the two mages. This ain't just fucking fill him through a lead.
Alrighty. So I'm not going to move the initiative turn order now, but I'm just going to treat this like it's going to be free form until encounter stuff starts happening. So
Hold on, let me check. Okay, so I'd have to move there actually.
you probably need to be roughly here-ish. Tap him while he's distracted. Move forwards, tap him, and then dash around.
No, like from here, you know, I have.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, so you'd have to.
So it's like originally I thought going here would be fine, but it's 35 feet, so
Yeah.
I'll just move there, then cast Mage Hand on the both of them.
Alrighty.
Once before the spell hands target. Oh, that's guidance.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that's not the
guidance.
right
That's
spell.
not the right spell. Hold on. Why are you casting guidance? Why are you using Mage Hand to cast guidance on the bandits, Grim? Wait a minute. Whose side are you? I think we figured out who the Nebly spy was, guys.
Oh my lord.
You see, I was guiding my hand. That's what.
That would be like the saddest twist of all.
Rem's
Oh,
actually
I'm
the
Nebly's
Nebly
spy.
spy in the party.
Said I was from the Renault, and you believed me.
Mhm.
Just
got
like a
prayers in my
Nebly used to
sleep.
lie about where they come from. No, there's no inter-party betrayals happening in this campaign at the moment.
Oh, actually, instead of
Hmm?
just tapping them, on the shoulder, I'm just gonna slap the back of the head.
Yeah, that seems more appropriate.
What the fuck?
Alrighty, you can
Which
use
one
your
of you
action to control the
like
hand. You can use
a
the hand to
John
manipulate
Tron
not to
moment?
open unlock.
Which one of you fucking rascals?
Alrighty, so you proceed to reach up and slap them on the back of the heads, and we'll roll something for the bandits to see to do something real quick. I'm only gonna roll one. Alright, so I want you to roll stealth while doing this.
Uh-huh. Let's see,
Plus 10.
disadvantage. Normal, disadvantage, advantage. Oh, well.
It's just normal plus 10.
Alright.
They're in watchtowers, so they have a high vantage point.
Oh,
Alright.
nice.
Yep, that's okay, so yeah, they're distracted. You smack them on the back of the head, and you hear above you, Yodas, a guy turn over and look to essentially this direction and go, "Hey, asshole! Don't fucking throw rocks at me because you're bored." Wasn't me, dude. I didn't do it. Bullshit. Fucking farmer ass. Fucking, what'd you say about my farmers? My fucking ass back home? What fucking, let's get down there. I'll drink you under the fucking table, dude.
Actually, I'm gonna move one forward there, so Eleno can go there. There you go. Now then, once I'm in position, I'm gonna join my hands together and say, Your Holiness, I know that I don't ask many favors of you, but now I find myself in a situation where I need your help because I can't do otherwise. And not only that, well, I do need your help. If you do choose to help now, it would benefit all the craftsmen, not only in King's Landing, but also in Mysteria, and most likely in Renault, considering this is in Nebulum. So, all I ask for is that the fire that I can see in front of me be turned into, let's say, a pillar of fire instead. And I suppose now I roll.
Roll religion, and add advantage because you're praying to Bridget.
Alright. That's more like it. 22.
22.
Wow.
Very nice. Alright, so you put your hands together and you pray, Gildas, to the goddess Bridget. And as you continue to pray, it doesn't seem like anything's really happening until suddenly change the music real quick. Gonna do that. Not that one. What I'm gonna do. There is sort of like a billowing of wind around the camp. Some of the bandits look up and kind of like grab their hoods a little bit What's with that wind on the moor? As they begin to do so, the fire that they have a bit of roast on, essentially, and lots of flagons of ale and all that around, begins to slowly billow more and more. Tulio, watching this, notably gets up but takes a few steps back, but doesn't say a word. They then looked and they noticed the fireplace. Wait, what? As it explodes outwards in a glorious display of fire. As they will take 3 damage for those that were close to it from the fire. And it will make an audible crackling burning sound as if somebody threw like a bottle of wine into the fire or something. There is also currently there's a soft wind blowing over the entire encampment at the moment. It will be there for the entire battlefield.
Noticing that, I'll do one last joining of hands and send my thanks to. Well, I'd burn some incense and all that, but I can't exactly do that right now, so.
True. Alright, so I'm going to play this song. As the crackling explosion, like someone threw a bottle of some heavy whiskey or booze into the middle of the fire, cracks out, several people will wake up. What? What? What's going on? What's going on over here? As they awaken, and some commotion starts to happen, you all see as some people start trying to rush towards the fire as it is getting bigger still, the wind in the area almost stoking the flames. Put it out! Get it down somehow! The bandit captain, you see from your position over here, Gildos, that the flap in the biggest tent in the area slams open and a man busts out, storming out with his gear ready to go and a blade already essentially drawn. He does like a swipe through the air and his voice bellows out, "Alright, which one of you threw the booze in the fire?" "It wasn't me, Captain." "No, it was one of you. One of you threw booze in the fire again. And after I explicitly told you all that whoever did that, I'd have your guts for garters."
Ooh, hold on. I'm in range on this one. Hold on. I'm gonna hold this one.
Ram, you sure you want to be classified as neutral?
Neutral people kill people.
Yeah, all the time.
Look, I'm here to
job.
give them a fight, essentially.
Alright, so you're casting Hold Person. Let's see, you choose a human. As you can see, the human must make a Civ save, they'll be paralyzed for the duration. Alright, so that bandit is going to attempt a Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. Because he does not know it's happening.
Yeah, it's against the 13 at the over there. There we go. It's right there.
Ooh. Ooh.
Disadvantage. Okay. Still a 19.
Can I use inspiration to make him reroll that?
I'll say yeah, because I was not fully finished saying the result. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I'll roll for him then, I guess.
Yeah, I can roll that for you real quick. Oh, never mind. There you go. Alright. So he was rolling with disadvantage. Do you want to roll one more just to see if he gets worse?
Yeah, I mean as well, but like, I think it's usually like only one. But there you go.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Perfect.
So you succeed by using your inspiration dice to essentially force him to reroll.
Yep.
And as he freezes up on the spot in the area, he was raising his hand to essentially go like, "Was it me, Captain?" However, he never got the words out, so he just raised his hand.
Oh, shit.
You! Thank you for volunteering! He rushes forwards and in one swoop, guts the man.
Oh.
May that be an example to you all. The next one of you that I find is throwing booze in fires again. No one's getting booze! Tulio's voice reaches up over the crowds. Hey, Captain, you can't take that away from me. That's part of our contract. Don't get smart with me now, Tulio. I'm disciplining the men, and as you are my man currently, you will equally suffer the payment for all of my men's disubordination. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gildos, you see as Tulio is holding a bottle of booze behind his back.
Marshal, I am tempted. He's in range. I'm tempted to do it.
To do what?
Well, person of the boss.
I'm tempted to make his because I have produced flame. It's like make the alcohol explode.
The one with the alcohol in his hand is Tulio, this guy over here.
Yeah, we're not trying not to hurt him, right?
Yeah, at the moment, no. The boss man does not have alcohol on him, but his weapon is already drawn.
Ooh, actually. Oh. Well, here's what I could do. Then.
Heat metal.
Oh, yep.
On his sword.
So as he goes to, like, he makes a point to attempt to sheath his blade. You see as, he's wearing leather armor.
Oh, that's too bad. Because it'd be better to use it on
I wish it was, wearing full plate. It'd be like,
oh, God.
So you see as he begins to sheath his weapon, and the whole blade begins to get hotter. He looks down at it, his eyes widen, and he mutters something as what looks like elvish writing on the blade lights up. And your spell is dispelled. Wait a minute. That was... Lads, we're under a besiegement from a rival bandit company!
That's your cue to lawn.
Yep. Wrong! Delon just strides in. Yuan is not a bandit. That is not this. But by divinity.
He turns to you, and for a moment, he doesn't recognize you. However, it does dawn on him. By the way, in case you're curious, that's what his weapon kind of looks like.
Is that an roll 20?
It's Roleplayer's Refuge.
Okay.
In the Discord.
Okay. Yeah, yes. Interesting.
I remember you. That's an awful lot of a show to come in. Well, if you wanted my attention, Dragonborn, you have it. I always knew that Dragonborn had a tendency for the fanciful. But surely you can put this little play that you're rehearsing on hold, and we can step into my tent and talk business.
Hey, I'm not here for thee. I'm not here for myself. But for you, specifically, I'm here for you to redeem yourself.
He has a look of just incredulousness, like, redeem myself. Redeem myself? What for, boy? I have done nothing wrong. We had an honorable and quite noble transaction. You paid our fee and we safely escorted you to the border.
Truly. Last time we spoke, I was dumbfounded at what had happened. I expected an honorable duel, a knight to battle his leader, for a payment of God forcibly given. What I experienced was something else entirely. When you sent your best man in your place, I understood. You would have me fight to best prove your position. When you asked for me to step off my mount, I relented. You might think I would have a height difference. When we faced blades, that is not what I thought. I had been betrayed. Your man fought like an assassin nor a knight. I assumed that once this has been done, you would step in and put a stop to it. Your honor as both of a leader and as a man of his word would be in jeopardy. Yet you allowed the duel to pass. And when I was injured, you accepted our coin and gloated. Honorable indeed.
I do indeed see that as honorable, Dragonborn. You and I
Sure.
perhaps have a very different opinion of what honor is. Don't we, boys? No honor among thieves, right? You hear yeah, among them all.
Indeed.
In the corner of your eye, Delon, you see Tulio has his arms crossed and rolls his eyes at all of these antics.
Aye. And that path leads you to the bloody corpse of the man in front of you. Let us cheer for him, then, additionally. Oh? I hear none. Sellsword.
Oh, I.
Tell
Tulio,
me.
do not respond to him.
Sellsword. How much does he pay you?
Pays me about 50% of all profits.
Gold, Sellsword. Gold. How much does he pay you? Exactly.
Well, the last job we did was quite profitable. I managed to yoink precisely 50 gold and a flagon of dwarven ale. That dwarven ale was really good, if I must say so myself.
Indeed. But what does he pay you in accordance? Your contract.
The contract is on a profit-by-profit basis. Whenever we get a score, I get 50% cut.
Then what's your last score?
As I said, 50 gold and a flagon of ale. Dwarven!
Then would you be interested in a 50 gold and a single copper? All I ask is you stay out of this fight.
50 gold and a copper to stand on the sidelines and not participate. Tulio, do not agree to that offer. Tulio, you're within my services. Tulio! Sorry, what was that, Chief? I'm not participating once I get coin in my hand. As he says this, Delon, you see as he's extending a hand. Men! Take him down! Keep him unharmed. He must be within fighting shape. We will detain him. Some men flank him immediately. Now, boys. Surely we can talk about this. I was just gonna stay out of the fight, but you should be wary of the jackal that's backed against the wall. Don't you know? Nebly's jackals are rabid as they come. As he starts to draw his blade.
Delon looks towards the men, ones who have not yet fought. This is an opportunity to walk away. I came for an honorable bout. Your captain is uninterested in it. He values his pride more than his life. I might die today. I might, but I'm taking many of you with me. Do you want to be among them? Or go back to a life, or do you want to drink another night? The choice is yours. And I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Good. Men,
26.
do not pay any heed to the Dragonborn. I guarantee you, once we have detained and captured him, we hand him personally over to Nebelese royals, we will be more than justly compensated. Stick with me, men, and we'll take him down. We have him severely outnumbered, and he is alone. There is no way he can overpower us. The man who takes him down will get a promotion. And he will attempt a charisma roll as well. So he got a 16 because they are his men, they fear him, but you still got a 26.
Mm-hmm.
So, Delon, you see as the men kind of look between you and him, you and him. Some of them eye Tulio. And I'm going to mark the ones that are flanking more to your side. With, let's see. I'm gonna do this symbol for it.
What's this? Oh, the chest symbol? What's that?
This symbol is like a little halo with wings. These are the men that are changing sides.
Got it.
There we go. So you have a handful of men who are essentially, you can tell, they will either put down their weapons or they would rather fight against death, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I see eyes among you. I see there is a lack of bond in this troop of men. He has treated you poorly, and he has slaughtered you for no gains. Is this a life worth living? Boozing, drinking, slaughtering, until you're the next pig to be gutted? This is an opportunity for you to live another day, to live something else. Do not bleed for nothing.
So
You should value. There is something to value that he does not. Your life. I value mine and my honor, and I'm willing to fight for it and die for it. If you value something, you should be willing to live for your life. He certainly doesn't care about yours. I'll roll another persuasion if you
I'd
want.
like to add something to that,
Yeah, please.
because you said some were frightened by the boss, right?
Yeah.
But like, which visibly look like frightened?
All the ones that basically are not turned tide are loyal to him through fear.
Aha. So let's see. 20. So centered on the fire, actually. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotion.
Ah, interesting.
Smart
Okay,
move.
let's see.
To back up Dalan's speech.
20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose within range must make a charisma saving throw. Creature can choose to fail the saving throw if it wishes. Creature fails its saving throw, choose one of the following two effects. You can suppress any effect using target to be charmed or frightened. When this spell ends, any suppressed effect resumes, provided this duration has not expired in the meantime. Alternatively, you can make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile towards. This difference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it is witnessed by any of its effects being charmed. Okay. So you're attempting to, centered on the fire, try to make as many and the 20-foot radius.
Yeah, so that's 6 of them.
Okay. So I will make...
I mean, I think technically Tulio's in the range too, but
True, but you can tell he's not afraid. If anything, backed against the wall, he looks like he's very interested in what's about to happen.
Like he's excited.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's rubbing his hands. Like,
He's like, oh boy, finally, I can kill the people who hired me.
yeah, I can get out of this shit contract.
Alright, so I'm gonna make 6 charisma saving throws against DC 13. They auto roll advantage because it's easier for me to just have her auto roll advantage if they're rolling
Yes.
stable singles, essentially.
Yep.
Oh boy. Only one. Two.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. I'll say this one. This one is drunk. So he's drunk, but he's also changing sides because, like, in his drunken haze, he's like, "I'm not afraid anymore. That means I've got drunken courage."
Yeah.
See, I'll say this one. This one as well, because he's also drunk. So those change sides, essentially.
Nice.
Did you want me to make another roll or? Keep the
No. Essentially, you can't convince them again with another speech. You've convinced quite a few of them, essentially. At this point, roughly half of the men in the camp are essentially, like, already ready to end fight, essentially. I'm gonna actually roll another bandit initiative.
Mm-hmm.
One will be the good bandits, and the other will be the bad bandits. Five. Okay. So I will do descending again. There we go. There we go. So the 5 bandits are going to be the ones that are enemies. The 2 will be the ones that change sides.
Uh-huh.
So alright. Anything else the party wants to do? Before I have combat fully break out?
Now I'm ready to bring the Wrath of God during combat, so now I'm good.
Alrighty.
Expect up level 2 spells, so.
I guess I'll stop concentrating. Oh wait, do you want me to stop concentrating on the self spell? I'm guessing, guys. Or do you want me to
Yeah.
concentrate on it and have a stealth around the battlefield killing stuff?
I mean,
I think it's better if only you stealth around, kill the people like in the towers, while
Yeah.
Eleanor and I just
Yeah. What I was thinking is going spider and just climbing along the wall and like reaching over it, attacking, and then going behind the wall so they can't shoot me down, and just doing that the whole encounter.
I mean, yeah, considering like
that's not a bad idea.
might contribute to the fear and all. Like
Cool.
shit, something's clearly not wrong. Not
Something,
right.
something is taking them into the night.
Uh-huh.
And there are the creatures of the Night of Nebulum that are
Yeah.
a palpable fear-based type of thing in this world. Like,
I would love it. if the more
night-based
people-
Nebulese creatures are terrifying.
Can I make a suggestion then? Would be really kind of cool as a player. The more bad we take out, would be really cool if, like, I don't know, Marshall, you make like a bandit roll when it's their turn. See how more defect. They're like, fuck this.
We gotta destroy their morale stat.
I can see about that. I usually, if things start turning for the worse, I don't roll for it. I just kind of have certain things happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's definitely a good idea. I will think about it. How things happen in this encounter.
I will officially put in the gif of James Woods going, fuck this.
But alrighty, with that, the party is ready for the encounter. Seeing as several men are kind of like eyeing each other distrustfully, the bandit leader looks around with his weapon drawn, and his voice rings out over the crowd. Alright, boys, those of you who are loyal to me, kill the men who are not. And I will deal with the Dragonborn. He wants a duel, I'll kill him myself. A white Dragonborn hide will be worth a little bit less than a living white Dragonborn, but his head will certainly fetch quite the hefty price. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Chief. Silence, Tulio, you traitorous scum. Should have known better than to hire a Red Magus assassin. Hey, I take offense to that. Alright. With that, Tulio will, with his silvered rapier drawn, he grips the bottle behind him tight and is going to throw it on the ground. Sorry about this, boys.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Julio hits like a truck.
He's an assassin with a devil may cry lifestyle.
Yeah, I noticed.
He threw a firebomb at his own feet, essentially. He's also going to do this.
He has evasion. He just like he dodges his own. That'd be super funny. Oh, he does.
Yes, yes, yes! Fucker. You asshole. You did. Yes, yes! You son of a bitch! And I take Nick damage!
Nice.
Bow. Bow and applause, everyone.
So you see as he leaps in the air as multiple men attempt to slice at him, but he throws something on the ground that explodes like a small fireball spell just went off. And the bandits, I'm going to roll 1 dex save for them to see what happens. Yep.
Yeah.
They did.
Oh.
Okay,
the guy
one
who's
of them
about
was
to
on our side. The rest weren't, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tulio will take, so it was 23, halved because he succeeded. So that's
11.
essentially, I'll say 11, then half of that, so he's gonna take only 5 damage, essentially.
Yeah, he just pats himself to fire with catches on his, like,
That's
tail thing.
I'll say he did like a backflip, essentially, as he did so. Hut, 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 hut! Ah, reminds me of my days in, the lovely fire-breathing Adder Tavern, back when I was but a gypsy. Still got it. Tulio, for killing that many of my men, I will personally kill you once I finish this Dragonborn. Welcome it, Chief. Does that mean our contract's over? If you're threatening me, then I'd assume as much. Yes. Get out of my sight. In that case, hey Dragonborn, do I really have to stay on the sidelines?
Jesus. No. Delon says, taking out his sword.
Excellent! Then for now I am your hired man. Consider these men, my former associates, dead men!
Yay.
have a quiet bub seeing the fire and death. Just quietly says, yay.
Yeah.
Gildas.
Bub,
Yeah. So let's see, now that like essentially the fire is bigger, it's like nice and illuminating the camp, right?
Yeah, and there's
So-
also like a burning embers in this area.
So I can easily see those dudes.
Yeah, you can easily see these guys over here.
So what I'll do is like, making it so that it comes from the fire, you know, by shooting through the fire. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one in the middle. Alright, and level 1. It's 11.
remember, you still have that heroic inspiration.
Yeah, I think I'll do.
Roll it with advantage because you're from attacking from stealth.
Okay, well, let me roll another 20 then.
Act-
Alright, let me roll heroic inspiration now. There we go. I'd say 17.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that is a hit. How do you kill him?
Right. Well, as the fire grows wild, like flickers and all that, everyone that's around it suddenly see a white. No, let's see. Well, technically, it would be white, like from this point forward. But it's all like focusing on the fire of the Dragonborn. They don't see it coming. So once it crosses the fire, it's like a essentially like the fire is literally shooting at them, like extending an arm to strike at the ones not on our sides. Essentially,
From up
this
above
one
you,
being the first.
sounds good. From up above you, Gildas, you hear a man go, "Oh no, 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 no! We're being spied! No, no, no! Gods, please, no!"
That's exactly what I want to hear.
All
Which guy
right.
did he target?
He killed this man here,
This one of
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and this
Yeah,
man
that's
right
good.
above you was started like freaking out after
Well,
seeing
that's a
that.
good thing because he's next.
Oh Jesus.
Nah, you know what? Spare this one. I'm gonna try to convert him if he leaves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll kill the other one.
Yeah.
That was good because I'm actually more weird about that guy.
Yeah. All right. So, Delon on Valese, like he's unsheathed this blade, and he just he says to that bandit captain, he's like, fight me. Yeah, just is.
All right. So he's by himself essentially. Bandit captain just has his sword drawn. He's waiting for you. Delon? Oh,
Does he know he's muted?
he might. I'm assuming something must have happened on his end to make him muted. Hmm.
Sorry.
Oh, there we
Sorry
go.
about that. Yeah. I'm sorry. That happened. Anyways. Yeah, he's gonna take his blade up and say, "Is it now to start? What should have happened before? How about thee?" He's gonna charge up. Bam. The way he charges, the way Valese, it's as if like both of them in one moment are filled with this desire to kick his butt. Like even as like even like it's like they're one unit, one whole being. And
Alright.
he's gonna swing with his longsword, two-handed style.
Alright.
Ooh, yes, that's a hit.
Alright.
And it's a 5 slashing.
So he's gonna take 5 slashing damage from that. As you see as he brings up his sword to attempt to parry your blow. Tulio did not attempt to parry, he sidestepped. This man attempted to parry, but the force of your blow causes his guard to break a bit, leaving an opening for you to do 5 slashing damage. Is that all you have, Dragonborn? I've taken worse licks than that in the mines.
Not even close. You wretched lout.
Then you'd best bring it. Alright. Eleanor. So Eleanor is going to, from her position,
Actually, I'll just suggest something.
Hmm.
Like, I'll just turn around and say, so, did you see what I just did? Right now.
Yes.
And you heard about the man above us, right?
Yes.
So how about you do the same thing, but you see the man on the right? Hit him instead.
I see. She's within range of that.
Right. Make it seem like it comes from the fire, though.
Coming from the fire. I have just the spell for that. Yup, that's a hit. So Eleanor brings her hand in towards herself, mutters an incantation, and throws her palm outwards as a stream of fire bursts from the bush that you're all in, streaks straight through the fire itself, and then arcs straight towards the man here as it hits him and his whole body combusts in flames. Killing him on the
Nice.
spot. You hear him above you, Gildas. Fuck this! I'm out of here! And you hear someone drop on the ground in a crack as something breaks.
Wow. I was gonna. Well, I start my initiative, so I can try to do that. So, like, I wanted to pick around to see if it was alright.
5 feet, peek around. I could say that's a free action. It'd be really, really quick.
Yeah.
You could see that he fell on the ground, kind of tumbled a little, and he's like limping into the dark night, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
He's just straight up like bandages post. Like fuck this, I'm out of here.
Well, he won't go far anyway.
All right. So there are one. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 of them. It looks like.
Hey, we got them outnumbered now. Actually.
So I'm going to roll. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 of those. So I'm gonna roll 3. This is light crossbow, but just to say it's a longbow. So let's see. Delon, 2 bolts fly up from above you, and weave just barely whiff you, essentially.
Delon like glances at them just enough to be like you get the sense of like you what? Like, no, this is a fight between 2 men. You stay the hell out of it.
Another one, the last one, arcs and will attempt to hit this man here. And it will succeed. Let's see how much damage it does. 9. It will flunk him in the back, straight in the back, and kill him.
Aw.
Bub, your turn. Bub! I can't hear you.
Oh shoot, I'm muted. Is this guy running away?
Yes, he is.
He's done.
Like he just
Yeah,
straight up said like fuck this and like jump. He literally
let him
instead
get
of
away?
instead of climbing down, he jumped out of his tower. Essentially, that's how
Yeah, let
panicked
him
he
leave.
was.
We have other fish to fry.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action, turn into a spider, and then let's see, what's my spider's movement? I think it's 40.
You're gonna get there. Like you're gonna get wherever you want to get, bub.
Oh yeah, okay. In terms
Yeah,
of
30,
spider.
30, 30 ground speed, 30 climb.
I wonder if I can like hang on the side over here. But yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy.
Alrighty. Roll the attack, bub. Roll your spider bite.
Oh, somebody clicked away my. That was me. Oh, here we go. I lost my Spider King thing. I'm like, somebody clicked on it. I'm like, wait, that was me. I'm not sure if I get advantage or not.
You're considered at the moment to be in stealth, so yeah.
24.
Alright, roll the damage under the attack there.
Okay. So.
There's something weirdly more satisfying about seeing the damage afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
You could have just clicked the word attack next to the 12 and 24.
Alright, so he has to make a save for the poison damage.
Alrighty. So, no save needed, like, he's gonna die.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, all of a sudden, this guy, he's distracted, getting ready to shoot Delon in the middle of a duel, dishonorably. And Bub pays him his kind as a bunch of spider arms grab this guy, and I bite into his torso, and he dies on the spot, and I'm just gonna, like, dump him unceremoniously to the ground.
Nice. Bandit
That's
leader.
my turn.
So he is going to attempt to strike you, Delon, with his weapon here. Let's see. So he's going to roll this, and then he's going to make 2 attacks on you.
Yeah, one hits. One does not.
You will take 8 slashing damage as he, with his Sword of Echoes, basically he just takes it in his hand and swings it at you in a slicing motion, heading straight for your neck. And then, with this carrying the momentum, he attempts to attack you again, this time going for another slash straight towards your chest. It's a very untrained style. It's more like born from adaptability than training. It's very wild and erratic.
He catches Delon off guard, hitting him on the neck. But when he tries to go to the chest, he just fucking smacks it away.
Do not take me lightly, Dragonborn. I didn't survive the mines just to die by your hand.
You think death is the only thing on the table? You fool. It was always your honor. I will show you the difference by the end of this fight.
Death is the only thing I have to lose in Nebulum.
So be it.
Alright, so the bandits on your side. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm going to make 1, 2.
This pincushion will be the bandit leader.
4. I'm gonna make 4 ranged attacks and 1 scimitar. Alright, so one, it's a hit. It does 4 though. So this man over here only takes 4 damage from one of them. Let's see. This one is going to attack the same guy and kill him. This one is the drunk. This next one's the drunk, so he misses. That leaves one more crossbow, and he's gonna miss. And lastly, a scimitar. So this man over here moves closer to this one and attempts to stab him with his scimitar, dealing 6 slashing damage to the man in front of him.
Nice.
Let's see. Tulio's turn. Let's see. Let's see. He is going to. Yeah, about there. So Tulio just dashes straight through the battle side. He literally vaults over the fireplace, walks behind his boss man. You see as he twirls his scimitar around as if thinking about stabbing him in the back. But then, in the last moment, Delon, you see as he reaches behind him and just grabs something else. And you see it's a weird, bastardized looking crossbow. Like, it's the definition of jury-rigged.
As long as it works.
And he's going to kill this man here. Right over here.
Nice. Thank you. That's a good call.
Alrighty, that's another one down, and another notch in my soul. If you need help over there, Chief, just ask for it. I don't need your help, Tulio. I wasn't talking to you. Godas.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move over there while they're all distracted. And I'm gonna cast. Hold on. I do actually have a macro for that, so no point clicking that. Sacred Flame on the one that got hit by Scimitar.
Alright. So I believe it's half damage on a save, right?
Think so. Hold check.
While you do that, I'm gonna roll a dex save. Yeah, Bandit succeeds.
Yeah, no, I think it's save or die. I think there's no.
Or say the target gains benefit from cover for the saving. Okay, yeah. So take is not. He doesn't take damage from that.
Okay.
However, he does see like a flame kind of ignite near him. And you see as he just kind of like drops his weapon, grabs something around his neck, so just starts like praying.
That's the way. Take him out of the fight.
And that should be it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, DeLon.
All right. I'm the next attack. I'm going to use honorable attack. Technically, it's a lot of used before, but this is like the beginning of their actual battle. So he's going to use. So after kind of getting that initial anger out, he's gonna. You see DeLon ready himself, and he noticeably like shoulders his shoulders back a bit, getting a better stance. But anyone with a keen eye shows he's showing just a bit of disadvantage. He's letting the bandit leader also get himself accustomed a bit more as the chaos is settling around them. And he's going to do honorable attack, which means I will take a disadvantage to it. But my next attack on my next turn, I can, if I hit, I do 2 weapon damage. He wants to end this, and as honorably as possible. It's like out of principle. No, we're gonna end this as honorably as possible. I'm not gonna sink to your level, kind of thing. And even with disadvantage.
All right. So click the damage.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, with disadvantage. I mean, it's basically my attack. Honorable attack is basically an attack, but it's just considered at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially he gives himself disadvantage to attack somebody. However, he gets to add another damage die to the roll.
Oh wow. Okay.
Which that's basically the same thing. Even though it rolled a crit, it's like technically speaking, it's taking the crit damage, but it didn't actually crit because he took the disadvantage.
Yeah.
So but it
Interesting.
still works the same because
Yeah.
dumb luck like that.
Yeah, I know.
So if it does crit, that's like for damage, damage dice then.
Yeah,
right?
essentially.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some
So-
Pathfinder logic right there.
Yeah.
Minus
Well, it's
17,
like a-
so that will hit.
Yeah.
Seeing you
so
basically
you-
give yourself a weakness, out of the corner of your eye, Dawn, you do see as Tulio shakes his head at that, as if like, nah, you should never reveal a weakness to an enemy. But he says nothing.
however-
He says nothing.
However, I imagine knowing that the captain was going to take advantage of it, and just as he looks like he's about, Delon, while still disadvantaged, catches him slightly off guard and cuts through his guard, dealing 17 damage.
Nice.
Very nice.
Like he thought, "Oh, I have you all taken." Nope. I still catch you off guard.
A feint. I should not have expected a feint from a white dragonborn.
That was a true weakness, and I knew you'd. It was a true weakness. And even still, you couldn't see it coming.
Perhaps we are not so different, you and I, Dragonborn. After all, you laid a trap for me. In a very underhanded way.
That's not necessarily true.
No, but, you know, he's a bandit captain, he's speaking out his
Yeah,
ass.
You're not so different, you and I.
Come on,
Even though
I love
everything
that
you've done
line,
up
I
to
had to
this
use
point-
it.
I know. Even though everything we've done up to this point has shown that's the exact opposite. It's not at all. We are actually very different.
Tulio
These are
does
the
roll his
things
eyes at his boss is kind of showboating.
Our wizard can go.
Eleanor's turn.
Mhm.
So let's see. So Eleanor is going to... There's only like one more bandit that's bad on the enemy team. So Eleanor will actually remain hidden at the moment.
That's probably a good call. Can she reach the guy
Yeah,
on the
with the chest.
watchtower? Because I actually can't reach him this turn.
That's 105 feet. Yes, she can if she uses the right spell.
That's like 75 from there too.
Just nuke him. Nuke him, Reiko.
Let's see, which do I use? Do I use this one or do I use this one?
So many
Keeping with the
choices
flame
together.
aesthetic, she's gonna shoot a firebolt. Actually, no, I have something better for her. She's going to roll this.
Magic missile. Yeah, magic
Let's see.
missile.
Oh, actually, I can reach him, but one attack might not kill him. So.
Wait,
Magic
I meant
missile
to
can't
use that at a higher level. Hold on.
Yeah, it will. Sometimes it'll have a pop up, and sometimes it won't.
Yeah. I think I haven't enabled it for some reason. I'll roll it again. Because I'm gonna have her use it at level 3 essentially.
Cool.
So it should roll 3 times, I think. 3 bolts. There we go. 5, 7, 9. So that won't kill him,
Yeah, I'll finish him off. Don't
but
worry.
he takes 9 damage. As
I'm actually surprised.
yeah, it almost did though. As one sort of greenish arc shoots through the air, then another, and then another. Each buffeting this one dude in particular as he just he doubles over, grabbing his chest, coughing up some blood. Damn, I was really hoping that would finish him off. All right. It is his turn.
Since we
Smart
both got
as the
5,
buff.
how does that work?
What was that? Oh, so you both have 5.
Yeah.
I was having having the bandits go before you just for simplicity's sake.
Hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing that for now. If we
Okay.
wanted in the future, there is a thing where I can enable it on all sheets, where it's like enable tiebreak initiative, if you want it.
Right.
I usually just allow like enemies to go before heroes with tied initiative,
Okay.
because essentially,
I figured I would ask.
if allies go before enemies, it's usually more destructive for the overall encounter. But yeah, he's just gonna roll this. Yup, that doesn't hit.
It's dark. He's a human.
It's actually quite bright in the camp. There's so much fire everywhere, but yeah, it's not. He's panicking. He's coughing up blood. Nah, he can't do anything here. He's gonna keep his resolve to the end, but you know.
Yeah. So I'm actually a large creature right now.
Yep.
Don't let this token fool you.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Bob, how do you crit kill? How do you crit him and kill him?
Yeah. So. Oh, how do I roll damage on this? I don't know how, but basically, so like Bub, like he books it and goes as fast as he can, literally like across the corner of the walls, and he doesn't even see him coming. As suddenly, as soon as he appears and the guy turns, Bub takes all his spider legs and stabs them through his eyes, pulling him back and then into his mouth with a crunch, smashing him into pieces.
Dope. Like a little fly. Yeah, there you go. It's not currently rolling the poison, though we could get it to do so, when we need to.
Okay. Yeah, 21, 23, 21 damage. There we go.
Yeah, he's dead. He's very dead. He had 2 health left. He's dead regardless. You can't roll less damage than 2.
Extra gory death. There we go. All right, that's my turn.
All right. Bandit Captain is looking around, seeing that his men have been infighting, and he's surrounded. Dalon, you see as he reaches onto his hip and takes out what looks like some sort of flask, and chugs it all in one go. And you see as he disappears entirely.
Oh boy.
Oh crap! He can cast invisibility.
Nah, he drank a potion.
Oh yep. Quaffs a potion. Goes in for the backstab. Very Baldur's Gate of him.
I love having. There's like a little sense of respect. Ah, yes, yes, the Baldur's Gate method. That's a true one.
Honestly, yeah.
You see, what's his mistake? Because I know exactly what I gotta do now.
The bandits are going to kind of move up a little bit. Alright, Tulio's turn. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a dumbass by the toe. And he's gonna throw a smoke bomb in the area. So all of you are covered in essentially a fog cloud. Alright, those of you outside, once he leaves the fog, he'll break the smoke. And if you wait long enough or shine a light, it'll highlight his surroundings.
Oh. That's if he's not
A fog cloud.
already.
Superior to the fog cloud. This is the type of stuff that amuses me. Shut up.
Yeah, no. That's very apt, Evan. It's very apt you.
But yeah, for the sake of it, he made a fog cloud about, I think it's like that or so in the area, more or less.
I mean, it's a 30 feet cube, so
Yeah,
it should be bigger than that.
yeah,
Like,
I could, true. But
It's fine.
it's
Just-
good
it
enough.
encompasses most of the area.
It's good enough.
It's
Yeah.
good enough.
That's good enough.
Semantics,
There we go.
semantics.
There we go. And Tulio also stepped out of the fog when he did it, so he could have a line of sight, essentially.
oh. Alright, well, considering that, I'm gonna go over there. And, well, I saw what his little sword did, right?
Yeah, you
So,
saw the light up with runes. Detect magic.
I mean, if he's still wearing the sword, I'll be able to see it, technically.
So, Gildos, as you're detecting magic in the area, you can sense that there is magic coming from within the cloud in the shape of a horse. There is magic in the area, in the very fire itself, that looks like a woman.
Uh-huh.
There is magic in the cloud here, as well as in the smoldering fire here. You can also
hold on,
tell.
It's 30 feet range, so
Yeah, okay.
like that, all that is out of range.
Eh,
Like
it's
even
good
that
enough. I'm
is-
story moding. I'm not going back on it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good enough.
I mean, so you can like bullshit the there's divine presence. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah, the
easily.
wind pushes it out further. There you go.
Easily. Alright, but yeah, essentially you can sense magic in the area. Also of note, you can sense a magically imbued piece of metal somewhere over here.
yeah.
As
So,
you look that way, somebody has just thrown a sword that way. There's just his sword is laying in the ground here, essentially.
mhm. I mean, so I'll just say loudly, yeah, his sword is by the card. If anyone was wondering.
He won't be there. He would have broken the cloud by now. That means he's probably chucked it, knowing that if we had mages around, then someone could have perhaps seen it. Fucking rat. Don't make me throw another firebomb. I'll throw it in that smoke. I don't give a damn. Delon, you are currently in a fog
so-
cloud.
I'm currently in a fog cloud, not to be confused with the fog. Whatever the hell Evan said made me laugh. It's a lesser known cousin. So Delon, interesting. Light is the difference. And I just happened to learn a technique. He is going to create the radiant Eldritch Blast with a light scatter, so he can see. He should appear even in the smoke. It should bounce. The light should bounce off the cloud. Basically.
Alrighty. Go ahead and cast it, essentially.
Excelsior.
Alright. So with your Radiant Eldritch Blast, you're not aiming at anyone in particular, but from your direction, I want to know which direction are you shooting it at? Because you're here. Are you shooting it
Yeah.
in this direction? Like over here? Over here?
Basically, straight down. Not meant to attack anyone.
Straight down, so
You
like over
know-
here?
No, not at the in the middle. Yeah, like there.
Alrighty. So, You shoot
Try
your
not to hit
radiant.
the guy at the tower.
Yeah. So you shoot to a radiant eldritch blast, and you stop it short just once it leaves the smoke. The radiant light actually lights up the cloud in an interesting way, and you can see there is a silhouette of something. It's kind of obscured, so it's hard to make out. But there is something silhouetted over here. I will reveal its current location. There you go. But essentially, he is currently benefiting from like half cover, essentially. Because he's still obscured, but you now know where he is, you could attack him.
And that is what I plan to do.
Alrighty.
Seeing that, I rush over. Oh, is he legit like defenseless now?
No, you see that he has... there's something in his hands. One looks like some sort of, like... This fog looks like it's showcasing like a dagger or a smaller blade, and it's also showcasing something kind of held between his fingers in his other hand.
Well, considering it's dishonorable, he is going to hit him with the next longsword two-handed. And he's going to yell, he's like, "Coward!" As he is going to hit him. And if it hits, that's double weapon damage. That is a 12. Just to be sure, definitely to make sure it hits, I'm going to use I'm going to roll a d6 to add on to that to hopefully it'll hit.
Alrighty.
And that's a
17.
17.
So from his obscured position, he takes the dagger and deflects your blade a little bit, using the obscurity to make it difficult to actually see his motion completely. And with the combined effort of his essentially obscureness with the parry, he deflected your blow.
That's a shitty thing about honorable attack. Let me see. Do I lose that at the one attack?
I think it's just. I think it lasts as long as you continue to keep doing it. Kind of like a barbarian rage, if that makes sense. You can keep raging.
Because I have blind sight. I wish I could help you.
That's fine.
Alright, Eleanor's turn. Eleanor is going to move forwards, and she's going to reveal herself a little bit and cast light. You said we needed light, yes? So now, within the fog, there was like a luminous radiance inside. She is going to essentially walk into the cloud a little bit and touch the ground, essentially. Right about here. So it's casting light in a little area here. 10 feet. Which is good enough to highlight him a little. So you don't have to use another radiance. Let's see, there are 1, 2, 3.
They're all dead.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's the enemies, right? Bub. Or move them from the turn order, actually. Bub.
Are there any enemies left?
There's just the bandit boss.
And Delon can't see him?
No, he can only see like an obscured kind of like silhouette of him.
Okay, so let me double check to see how large it is. But I think in my spider form, I actually have blind sight. It's only 10 feet though. What I was thinking is that I would like go in and grapple the boss. Oh no, he's having an honorable duel with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, you could just send sticky stuff to like at least show off the boss.
But wouldn't you get mad at me for interrupting the duel?
That's true. No, I was thinking like, yeah, there's no way to really kind of do that. I was. Oh,
So-
I like in my head it was like, oh, he'll just get some sticky stuff on him, but he'll still be able to move. But at least that's something he can see.
I tell you what, I'm gonna make a perception check, and the fact that I'm a two-headed spider monstrosity means I get advantage on it. And I'm gonna look to see if there's any other bandits that have been hiding near the camp. $24.
All right, bub. So with a nat 20 and becoming a 24, you don't see any other bandits in the camp. But for a moment, you see a person with a symbol on his head that looks like some sort of weird like dragon encircling something. He's wearing a white mask with that on it. He's wearing also a long red robe.
Okay.
And he is standing somewhere over here,
Like
watching the battle.
Okay.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
It's
So I'm
okay,
gonna
bub.
sneak.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the wall still,
Go
sneaking
get that
about.
ass.
I'm gonna be going towards them.
Alrighty.
Sneakily. Alright, and that's my turn.
Remember that you can move double your movement as a dash action if you want to use a
That's
standard
what I
action.
did, yep.
Okay.
Just indeed.
Alrighty. So I believe the spider can move 80 feet total.
Alright, I'm just gonna mark the map for my reference.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that guy should be. I'll do a freehand thing. Somewhere in this vicinity. There you go. Somewhere in here is where that cloaked figure is. So Delon, I want you to make an opportunity attack.
Oh, okay.
Because he is attempting to simply leave you, essentially. Get away from you.
Alright, sounds good. So I just make an attack again?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a hit. Even with parry and the obscure.
okay.
So roll damage.
Alright. And in addition to that, I get to roll another d10.
So roll 1d10. There you go. So that is
13.
13. So he'll take 13 damage. So you see some blood leave his side as he leaves and dashes out of the fog. The fog breaks, just as Tulio said, as somebody leaving the fog does cause the fog to part. But there's still something in that is nobody can really see him, but there was blood dripping on the ground behind him as he leaves. So I will leave him visible, but mostly just for the sake of people knowing roughly where he is because of the blood. Yeah, he's about over here.
So basically now that the cloud's broken, it's going to dissipate.
The cloud essentially remains for a bit until something like blows it over. You can leave the cloud though, essentially.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I'm so
him
sorry.
breaking the cloud revealed his location if he chose to leave it, essentially.
Mhm.
Because the smoke would part as someone kind of rushes out of it, even if they're invisible.
I've done a bunch of damage to him already. I've done 17. I've done 13 on top of that.
Oh
That
yeah,
must be getting close.
yeah, he's bleeding. So old school
Remember,
DMD term.
Yeah, 40 HP already.
So he rolled with disadvantage, but
Okay.
that's a hit.
He's trying to hit me.
Yeah, that is a hit though, because disadvantage even with a 23.
Mm-hmm. So I take 5 damage and 1 damage through poison.
Yeah. So you
What
see
does
as
he-
a dart flies through the cloud and kind of barely grazes you, and you will suffer poisoned for 8 hours. Essentially, that means you roll at disadvantage. Like you roll with disadvantage until cured of poison.
Mm-hmm. Good thing Roderick gave us a poison thing.
Uh-huh.
When in Nebulum, you could expect toxins.
Got some, but
And depending on the Dragonborn, you're actually immune to it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, essentially, he has broken the cloud and through something. So seeing kind of the blood in the area, let's see, how much movement is that? Move that there. I'm gonna move this here. This one is gonna kind of break over and run over to here. Should be about there. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bandits are going to attempt to shoot arrows at him.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, so this one hits.
So they've broken the sacred duel.
True, but they're trying to help you. They're simple
Yeah.
folk, so
Yeah.
They're all gonna miss though.
yeah, only one hit
Well-
essentially, and it kind of is just like a light graze on his leg. Barely anything.
nice.
Seeing that, how things are going, Tulio just kind of walks over and it just enters into the captain's tent.
Yep, that's about right. Look, I know where this is going. And exits the whole thing.
He's just basically like, I'm gonna steal his shit.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Good us.
picking up stuff. Don't mind if I do.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can really do. So, at the moment.
So I will reveal to you the Sword of Echoes in a moment. Essentially, you have gained a weapon called Sword of Echoes, and I will write it out to you after the encounter.
Yeah.
Delon, your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay. Running. Running. Gets to him.
Alrighty. Make another attack.
So he's basically all right. So if this kill is an attempt to kill, he just wants to get him to 1,
Alrighty.
basically.
You can choose to use non-lethal damage when you attack him, essentially.
Okay, I'm just pointing that out now.
Yeah.
9 does not hit.
No, it does not.
You know what? I'm gonna heroic inspiration since we're swept in last to reroll.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll allow it. Even though I
Is
already
that not
called
how
it,
that
I'll
works?
allow it.
No,
Usually,
if it's-
essentially, if you're using one of your inspiration die, you have to do it before I call it. But I'm allowing it
Okay.
because of thematic purposes.
All right,
Bending rules, my favorite. I actually do love bending rules.
Always for the rule of cool.
hmm
Okay, yeah, still a no. Oh well.
So you know what, DeLon? Because I think this is thematically appropriate.
Mhm.
As you go to swing down, you miss, but then you swing down again, and this time, as if guided by something else. You don't know what. Maybe it was your own determination. Maybe it was your lady. Maybe it was the gods assisting you. After all, this is a very heathenic man that is long overdue for smiting. Your blade strikes true and will knock him down. Winning you the encounter. How do you wish to knock him out?
So I think it would be appropriate that in that next slight, he just slices it across, cutting the leftover strap on whatever leather armor he has, basically buttoning it open, and that single large sweep smacked whatever two weapons were loosely in his hands. Like the intensity, like again, he tried to parry like usual, and then just the might against his sweep just smacks everything out. He's done.
Nice.
Like Tullio had proven, this is not the kind of person you want to parry. It's best just to avoid the damage at all.
Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be short sword, but meh.
Also,
Yeah, it's a short sword. There you go. But alrighty. So you do exactly as that. As he turns around attempting to parry, and you just follow through, knocking him down anyways.
With conviction.
To add some spice to this, his dagger actually, the blade kind of shatters from the from the impact of your blow, and he just kind of falls onto his ass essentially, and your blade falls through, aiming straight for his neck but stopping.
No. No. I have beaten you.
As you knock him down, the potion that he drank wears off, and you see that he is, in one hand he has holding the hilt of a broken dagger, and the other hand has a dart in it. But seeing as your blade is kind of like pressed against his head,
yeah.
He does actually kind of keep his hand on the dart. He looks like he's about to throw it, but you're easily able to disarm him after that.
It's over.
Go on then. Have my head.
Why would I want that?
That's how we do things in Nebulum. You lost a duel, you die.
A fool. Why would I take your head? You're not worth anything.
You'll regret that, Dragonborn. Leave me alive and I'll find a way to get you back. Nebulese always get their cut. And I'll cut it from your flesh. If not your flesh, the flesh of your friends. And if not that, the flesh of your loved ones.
As he's like talking, Delon's just gonna get off his horse. He's just gonna tap him on the head and knock him out.
Alright, so you just knock him unconscious.
Like pulling a Morgan Freeman. Oh, just shut up.
Alrighty.
With that, Delon's gonna actually turn back to the men that turned on their leader.
Alrighty. Get them all in a group over here.
So I guess after the fight ends, I'm gonna try to get closer to the
Please
guy
do.
who's watching. I guess I'll wait till you're done.
No. I'd actually think that's probably for the best.
Okay,
I'd
yeah,
probably
but that's what Bub's doing. I just thought I would mention that.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
So, Bob, you can see that the man, as you're getting closer, once the fight wraps up, he turns around and a portal opens behind him that looks like it leads to a place of. It's a weird castle made of fire. As he just kind of enters it, and the door closes.
Can I make a knowledge check?
That would be a knowledge history or knowledge arcana.
Oh no.
The DC is high.
No!
I will inform you that the DC is quite high
Okay.
as well.
They always just describe it to us. We'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bob has no idea.
Oh.
I tried. I was also thinking of jumping in the portal, but I'm like, that would be.
Oh no!
No, Bob will die.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a reason why Bub wouldn't do it. No, he has a sense of self-preservation. I'm not gonna-
Bob would
He's on
know that
fire
on
and
the
dead.
other end of that portal, it reeks of death, essentially.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go over the wall back here and transform back into Bub. That way nobody sees me, and then I'm just gonna come out like I just got here.
Alright. So, Delon, as you turn back to the men, you see as they've kind of, like, made themselves kind of into a weirdly... It's not a perfect line. It's about as well organized as a bandit group could be. And they're kind of standing and keeping as much eye contact with you as possible.
I'm gonna laugh.
Some of them are hurt, some of them are perfectly fine, but they're just kind of looking at you. One looks around and speaks up. What do we do now, Captain?
He's calling me Captain.
Yes.
Delon is going to clean his blade of the blood on it as he talks. No. I'm going to drop your weapons.
Are we being corporal punished, sir?
That depends on what you decide to do today. This very moment.
See, as they all drop their weapons, all of them either taking a bow off of them and throwing it on the ground, or a dagger and scimitars, and kind of like they are in a pile in front of you.
Delon's just gonna look across them, a line. It'd be hilarious if the guy who was sneaked off, he's just like, there's no more sound. What's going on? So he could be like, you get in line.
Nah, he's gone. He's not coming back.
Gone. Yeah, he's not coming back. Anyways, he'd be like, I'm going to ask some questions, and I expect the truth. I know that will be difficult, but that is a burden you must bear with. Are there other bandit camps? Are there other bandit camps forcing this trade route?
Yeah, but we're the only one that gets results. Yeah, those guys over there, their hawks are fucking tiny. Why is the captain so long-winded?
So there are no additional camps we would have to route. Is that correct?
I mean, if you want to expand your territory, sir, we could do that, but we're a little low-manned for that.
Delon just shakes his head. No. He thinks for a moment. Tell me, why did you join this bandit group?
Riches, bitches, riches. I did it to bring some money back to the farm.
I see. So monetary desire, that's all.
Aye, money takes you places in Nebulum.
It does it? But it's money taken from others, and not earned.
I mean, earned money's just money taken anyways, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Velociraptor.
And Dylan just shakes his head. Tonight you've made a very difficult decision. You've gone against your own desires. Either through fear, or seeing that your leader never cared for you. This is a golden opportunity. A moment to change oneself. I would take it very seriously. But you may end up like him in the future. If not today, it's tomorrow.
What would you have us do, Captain?
First, we're going to take all your stolen goods. We're going to collect them. We're going to make sure that they are accounted for. Second, you're going to tell me in these different locations what little bandit camps are available, so that I will know them on the Nebulese map. And third, you will accompany me to King's Landing.
King's Landing? Captain, why are we heading there? They'll kill us all, even you, sir. We're all bandits. They smite bandits, sir.
Perhaps. But perhaps, with someone like myself, we can make an exception. Perhaps you can bring an opportunity from this moment. But I promise you, I will defend you should any amount of harm come to you across that. You have my word.
No offense, Captain, but words don't go very far here. Don't you know that? Ain't you Nebulese? How long you been here?
No. I am a knight from King's Landing. My honor and my word mean much, as does my name. I am a white dragonborn, and with that gives me certain proclivities and dignity. So when I say to you that my word has value, that is the truth. Do you believe that? I'm gonna roll persuasion, just because why not?
Alrighty.
Holy crap!
So they do seem to kind of nod along. Though you see one of the bandits raises his hand over his head.
Yes.
Captain, does that mean that you have a scale condition? Is that why you're in Nebulum? Cause the harsh times in the light make you hurt? No, stupid! It means he's made of, like, diamonds or something. He's filthy fucking rich! Wait, we're in service to a rich man? Duh! Fucking dumbass. Fucking shut up! They start kicking each other.
Children.
Commoners, really.
Yeah, commoners. Enough. Want to make yourself useful? Take all these stolen goods, pack up your camps. This camp will be abandoned by morning. You are to meet back at this point where we will move forward towards King's Landing. Is that understood?
Yeah, we'll try. One guy looks up and shakes his head. I'm too drunk for this. If I sleep in, wake me up, okay? I don't want to feel alone and just care for the morning.
You're dismissed.
They kind of nod and shamble away. You do see that they kind of start trying to take apart the bandit camp. You could tell it was set up with a lot more men than they currently have, but they keep working at it on the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot the captain's quarters at like before they get to do that.
Bub, as you go into the captain's quarters, you find that it's already been picked clean.
Really? Even
Yeah,
if I
Tulio
did before
dashed
they
in
started
there.
doing
Tulio
stuff?
went in there like instantly. On the table, there's a dagger stabbed into a note, and on it is written in common. Hold on, let me see what he actually knows. So common, undercommon, elvish, let's see, elvish and abyssal. It's written in, and it says, "I owe you, chief."
Okay, I'm gonna take that and show it to everybody, and they go, guys, guys, and I'm gonna explain the hooded figure and the place he was going to, and the note.
Uh-huh.
Alrighty, so if anybody wants to try and to roll a history or arcana for this now, they could attempt to.
I'm gonna do Arcana on
I'll do history.
my D.
There we go. Let's see, so history of 20 and arcana 19. So, as you're thinking about it, Gildos, like, a castle made of fire doesn't really sound too familiar to you. You remember hearing about something about, like, some really, really sketchy business deals happening with people that kind of seem to come and go from it, but you don't really know too much more, unfortunately. Magically speaking, from like your magical knowledge, that does sound like either a domain for something, or perhaps a location that you need to it's so far away you need a portal to travel to. As for you, Delon, a history roll with a 20 reveals that the symbol is the symbol of the Red Magus Society.
We met them before.
Oh. Wasn't the man we just bought from them?
I will reveal
Correct.
this as well. This information is what you garner from a 20. Little is known of the Red Magus Society, however their symbols have appeared all throughout Kane's history. Their symbol is one of a dragon, which encircles not only itself, but crosses its near-infinite body over the continent of Kane's. Their end goal is not known, however they are believed to be tied to dragons throughout Kane's existence. They are a rather prosperous and long-lived cult.
Did we see that didn't we see that in Asterium? Oh, I'm not thinking.
It was the same symbol. You just didn't know what it was tied to. Not too much. No. So now you have more context on what you learned in Asterium.
So let's see. Actually, quickly, since Darren has sorted out with the others with that, and considering not much time has passed, it hasn't gone far. Could I run after the last dude?
Alrighty. So Gildos, it's still pretty dark out as you start chasing him, but he's limping, so he's leaving like clear impressions in the ground, so it's not too hard to follow him with your passive perception. And eventually you find him, there was a cart tipped over in the middle of like the road, and he's just kind of huddled inside that tipped over cart, with a dagger in his hand, and like he's asleep. There's like 3 bottles around him as well.
Right. So,
Also of note is that his other hand is clutching a religious symbol.
uh-huh. So I'm just gonna crouch down and like, tap on top of the thing to wake him up.
See you wake him up. He kind of blurrily blinks for a moment. Goes to like back up and hits his head on the cart. You're gonna smite me, dude. Get it over with.
No. Quite the opposite, actually. Man, I just want to talk for now. Like, oh man, too bad I don't really have any light source. It's too dope. Shine the armor and all that, like, symbol of rigid and all that. So. But, seems like your lot either camp or really superstitious or something.
Super. What? I don't know what you're on about. We're all just brought up revering the gods.
Indeed. As any man should, really. So tell me, what were you doing before doing a kind of business, really?
I was a hunter. I hunted and trapped animals, and I eventually became a poacher. And it's only a arrow shot away from poaching to here.
Uh-huh. So, how does a religious man go down this road, then? Shouldn't the teaching did it tell you to, well, be a straight man, not harm, well, the others? At least not without good reason.
I don't know about that. Bahamut just says to take from the land what you need.
Bahamut, huh? So,
There's no difference in taking what others have in plenty if we need it, right?
I know nothing about this cult.
No.
Uh-huh. Well, oh wait, no, hold on. Yeah, that's the dude from the creation story, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
You know the name, but you don't know too much about the people who
Right.
follow it.
I thought Bahamut was one of the creator gods. I wouldn't think he would preach that, but then again,
He provides for the
understand.
land and tells us to take what we need, but not too much. We don't have very much, so we just took what others had in plenty.
But is a banditry by its very nature taking too much?
Not if other people have enough to lose, you know?
Uh-huh. But what about the one you don't, but you still take from?
Why would they be moving around with so much money if they didn't have it to throw away, you know?
That's really bad logic, you know? What if they didn't have a choice? What if they took all that money there to live somewhere else?
Then they should have kept it in the mattress.
What mattress? Man,
You don't keep your money in your mattress or your bedroll? What's wrong with you?
Fair enough.
well, perhaps if circumstances were different, I would have, but that's still no excuse, you know?
If it's not in the mattress or bedroll, then it's extra. You can tell Gildas that, like, this is basically a simpleton.
We'll have him join the
He's
goblin.
very, like, simple logic. Kind of very, very, very simple
We'll
logic.
put him to work. It's okay.
Yeah, essentially,
Right.
he's a hard worker, but, like, when it comes to theology
Right,
or
yeah.
morals, he's bad at it.
I suppose. Lionel, let's say you have some extra too. What do you do with it?
I put it in the bedroll.
Right. Therefore, it's never extra, right?
The extra goes in the bedroll.
Uh-huh. But if your money is in the bedroll, and anything outside is extra, therefore
Yeah.
the extra is not the bedroll, is not extra anymore. Isn't it?
Huh? He just blinks. He's just like, he looks around, he's like, I think I drank too much.
Look, all I'm saying is that if we put all your extra money in the bedroll, you do have no extra money anymore. It's the same kind of thing with those people. They don't have extra money because they carry the bedroll with them. The bedroll can be tiny or it can be huge. It just varies from person to person. Thus, what you did was not take the extra, but you took others' bedroll. You made it yours.
I see. So that's why I'm gonna be smited? You're the one that said we were gonna get righteously smited, right? I remember you.
Well, some of you did, didn't you? Didn't they? But you're still there, aren't you?
Yeah, my time is here.
Well, that would depend on whether you continue doing that or you turn over a new leaf. After all, well, I would say everyone deserves a second chance.
They do?
Yes, if made possible. So, I'm here to speak to you about it. That if you were to leave banditry, what would you do?
Maybe I go back to hunting? Though no more poaching this time. Maybe I'd bring the meat in instead of just hunting for myself. I'd sell it or something. I don't know.
Yes, you could do that.
I
Just
can?
enter the forest. Yes. After all, well, do you have a family?
Not anymore. All of them died of the pox.
Ah, a shame that. But what you can do is go back to hunting. Then not only do you provide for yourself, you can provide for your neighbors, your family, your village. My bad. And
Hmm.
perhaps found a new family by doing so.
If I go back there, I'm gonna need you to mess up my face real bad, okay? They'll kill me if I show back up there. I'll come back in disgrace. So you need to hit me really hard in the face. Like, break my nose or something, please. They won't recognize me. I'll be Crooked Nose Johnny.
Come now. Is your village far from here?
It's near the border.
Then how about it? I come with you to your village. Explain to the people there that you're trying to do, well, to do something new, to make things right for them. Then perhaps we'll leave it to them whether they give you a second chance or not.
This is Nebulum. I won't be given a second chance. I'll be hog-tied, strung up.
I mean, Nebulim or not, can't just cry defeat before you even try, you know?
Watch me. And he goes to reach for another bottle, and he goes to drink from it, but it's empty, and then he holds it upside down, just kind of like shaking it a little. Damn it.
Size. Well. First off, not. Before I even do anything, I'm just gonna.
Ah, nice.
Oh, wait, yeah. I forgot. I keep forgetting that I do have macros because I never use them. Yeah. Gonna heal his leg.
Alrighty. So that actually heals him back to full.
Yeah.
Now I won't be limped-legged, crooked-nosed Johnny.
Well. Consider that the first boon of your new life. Now, I may not turn you over to my goddess, but I don't know, if you want to hear about her, I can always tell you. Or, well, you live in the village, so
Tell me about it when I'm sober in the morning, and we can. I'll try to pay attention, priest. I'll pay attention on the road.
I'll buy you sleep in the camp then. Would be better than inside that thing, you know.
Alrighty. I'm gonna sleep with my dagger under my pillow.
Ah, there's no need for that.
Alrighty. The party has successfully routed the bandits, and they figured out that the Red Mega Society is up to their old tricks, but they don't know what those tricks are. But they are definitely old tricks. And the party will rest in the bandit camp overnight. And
I'm tying the bandit leader up.
Oh yeah. No, I imagine so.
I'm not only tying, I am like double tying.
Yeah. You have the rope for it. It is a DC check to break the rope, but you know, which I will attempt to do probably in the middle of the night. But if you have a watch, you can watch him.
Literally just have Eleanor. She's 4-hour trance, and then she just stares at him.
True. So somebody would have to watch for the first 4, and then she could just stare at him after that. I will still have them attempt to break it anyways. See, he is a Nepalese person. They will attempt that. they're like rats. They don't want to die. They don't want to be bound. They'll do everything to leave, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So DeLon, you managed to get 2 daggers and a singular poison dart from his person.
Yeah, yippee.
As Gildos already retrieved the Sword of Echoes.
Yep. Oh yeah, but might be better. Good thing to mention now, actually. So, as I come back with my my good friend there, I'll go back to everyone and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I found his little toy, you know, laying over there."
It was
I
too.
think you should keep it, actually.
It is a fine weapon. Good craftsmanship. If a bit violent in appearance. This will be a good souvenir.
Well, if anything, it might protect you from a spell too, down the line.
That will come in handy. Thank you. And I see you brought an additional bandit who was a runaway.
Yes, but I ask you leave this one to my care. Yes, a village I need to go with him. Man. There is a village I need to visit with them. There we go.
There we go. But alrighty. So the party, after defeating the bandits, Eleanor actually does come over to you, Delon, and she smiles at you and pats you on the shoulder. And with that, we have successfully retrieved the honor.
Aye. It was well fought. Even if he was crooked about it. Speaking of which, I'm thinking about it. If we're just gonna sleep it, there's really no point for me to like be poisoned. I can just still be poisoned. It'll work myself out.
Yeah, it lasts for 8 hours. If you're sleeping in the bandit camp, you won't get like a hit die from it, or like the it'll be like a short rest essentially. Because you are still in Nebulum, so you can't long rest like you would at like a house or anything like that. But so you could use hit die to heal it. So that would be about 4 hours or so. If you want to heal anything, you could use a hit die for it.
Short rest it is then.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll
But he'll look back at Eleanor. Thank you. And but I plan on tying this whelp. If I take the first watch, would you take the former?
Yes, I will watch him. If he breaks the restraints, I'll have a spell ready.
I think thee.
Alrighty. So the party will rest up for the camp. Nothing disturbs you in the night. You are quite solid. Nothing bothers you. In the morning, the sun does rise, but it's still very, very dark, even with the sun risen, because of, well, the volcano and the Nebulese clouds. In the morning, the party actually finds that the bandits have pretty much taken down the camp. The walls will remain, of course. That will probably end up being taken over by some other group that just sees the walls like, oh, free place to hole up in. But all the stuff that they had here, all their gear and munitions and supplies are kind of loaded up and kind of set up in this cart here.
That's actually something he'll bring up, that there's a fortifications here. I would send like maybe like a King's Landing could send something there. Make sure it doesn't get occupied again. But that's something he'll know of.
Worth bringing up when you get back.
Mm-hmm.
But alrighty. The party gets ready and heads off from the bandit camp. They make a brief stop at one of the bandits' villages where, due to Gildos speaking for him, he is not accepted back. However, he is not strung up, as they essentially tell him to get lost and never come back. He's essentially banished from his own hometown. And in that moment, he starts listening to you about Bridget a lot more, Gildos.
Nice.
Can can the whole bandit groups just start listening to Bridget more? We just make them followers.
Some of the bandits do listen, others don't. Some are they're all like God-fearing, but some of them just don't really pay attention to following practices, essentially.
Right.
Like, they would never badmouth a deity, but some of them don't practice, kind of a thing. Essentially faithless.
Right.
Not atheists, because those don't exist in my setting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If they do, they get killed, essentially. But alrighty, so the party heads out of Nebulum and makes it to the border. When you get to the border, you find that there is, you see the fire first, and you can see that there is, like, a crate where somebody is sitting on the crate, and he's got what looks like some rats strung up on some sticks, burning over the fireplace.
Nice.
When you arrive, you see that Tulio is at the border. Seeing you and your motley crew launch up, he raises a hand over his head. Hey, yo, Chief!
Oh, Lord.
Sell sword. We meet again.
I was waiting for you. I had enough time to wrangle up some grub. He stands up and grabs one of the rats on a stick and places it in your hand, patting you on the shoulder. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you. Listen, it was commendable of you to switch sides. I won't believe that it's anything of any noble ability, but it was greatly appreciated. Nonetheless.
Think nothing of it, Chief. So where are we heading?
We?
Yeah, you heard me. We. You bought my contract, didn't you?
We bought the contract.
It was well worth it.
I don't know about you, clergyman, but he's the one that threw me the gold. He's the one that gave the order. He's my chief
And
now.
I was the
A
one.
job's a job.
Well,
See, he gets it.
Technically, Devin gave me the gold and I give it back, so. Yeah, fair enough.
You was to come and join our as a command.
Join command, sure. If you're promoting me, sure thing, chief.
Forgive me. You wish to join our. I'm confused.
Right. You don't know how us Nebulese sword slingers work. In that case, allow me to give you a crash course. Alright, so men like me work off coin. Once you have the coin to pay, I'm in your service. There's no contract formally written up. It's an oral contract. See? There's no paper trail. You just handed me the money, I get my payment, there's a nod, all on the up and up, under the table, of course. Wink, wink, touch, touch. Now, after that, I do your bidding, and when you tell me to kill a man, I say, how do you want him served up? You want me to infiltrate a place? I go over and I get you the goods. You know what I mean? And as long as I'm currently in your employ, that's the way it works. And as you can see, someone offers me a better price. Well,
Forgive me, but I do not see a purpose of hiring an assassin on a journey of divinity.
Right. Now how about this? I can break locks of the best of them, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Gnomish made. I could kill a man, nobody's business, or I could capture somebody, leave him unharmed if that's your thing. After all, this hunk of junk is still alive. Hush up, you. Nobody's talking to you. So I could leave him alive if you really wanted me to, Chief. Not my usual methods, but I'm not going to frown on leaving a few bad sausages, a little raw, instead of cooking them well done. And I am one sneaky son of a bitch, and I've been happen to have a very good sense of danger and survivability. Essentially, I could see danger coming for your group a mile away. How do you think these bastards avoided danger so much? You think one of their scouts could notice anything? Fuck no.
Tell me, after we routed this bandit camp, do you suspect there'll be a big, do you expect there'll be something like this anytime soon? I don't think so, but I'd like to be sure.
What, another group of farmers wielding bows and daggers and calling themselves mercenaries? It's real cute, ain't it?
I meant an organized facility, a rough one that would cause a disturbance in the trade routes.
Yeah, there'll be another one until the trade route's cleared up. No, considering how long it took this bastard to find somebody to finance him and get his people going, I'd say you got a good chunk of time before some other dude can come up with some crafty little means to get some things together.
Aye. That's that's all I wanted. Delon will approach Sir Gildas and Eleanor in the pub. Excuse us for a moment. Delon does not turn around. Like, he'll talk, but he's staring, he's looking at him.
As you do
I'm not
that,
gonna
you
turn my
see he
back.
gives you a grin and he nods at you in satisfaction.
No, I'm still gonna be polite and all, but I'm not. I've learned my lesson.
I'm not turning my back on you. Kind of things like it's like, oh, I can
Yeah.
respect that. Just gonna nod.
He's learning. He's learning. He's not a dummy.
Yeah, so we're gonna discuss this.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think? He's got skill, most assuredly, and he's crafty. But he is ruthless, however. Almost unfeeling about it.
He's strong.
Personality and method aside, I think our group desperately needs someone with some skullduggery skills. And, well, considering how nimble he is, and the amount of time we've encountered traps and the like that, yes, we could see but not really do anything about, I think someone who knows their way around that might be a great boon.
Lady Eleanor?
I'll say this first things. I don't like him. The way he looks at all of us is like he's already figured out how to kill us just by looking us up and down. That look on his face, I don't like it. It reminds me of those Nepalese ambassadors, as if they know what we're going to do before we've already said it.
More likely because they have. He's well trained. He's like, when I got off my horse and we fought, he suddenly had a sense of a smile. And he cut right past me. He dodged all my weapon attacks, and he went through quick kills. He's skilled, and he has incredulous perception. That is an advantage. But I agree with you, Lady Eleanor. I do not like that aspect of him as well. That's why I'm hesitating.
The only thing that I can't deny is his skill set. And there is a certain level of him that is more... I don't know how to feel about it. He threw that concoction at the ground without waiting for a moment's breath. Everything he did was with confidence, as if he's done it a million times. It reeks of someone who doesn't quite value their own life, or perhaps only values their life.
He's gonna look to Gildas for a second, and give him a nod. I have an idea. Perhaps I'll throw him any concept. If he takes to it, I won't hold any objections. If he does, then I'll leave it up to you. He seems like a man. He seems like a man with pride. Let's attack that. See how he reacts. If he gives me a good answer, he gets my endorsement. If he doesn't, we drop then he consider it without mine. Is that acceptable?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. I mean,
All right.
there comes a nod, really. No skin on my back.
Understood. Delon will glance at everyone again, give a nod, and he'll approach the sellsword. What was your name again?
Alron Montulio. My friends call me Tulio.
I presume to think that you do have friends.
Friends in low places.
Aye, friends and friends still. Well, Sir Montulio, If you wish to join our company, I would ask something of you. What do
Alright
you get
then.
at? Let's see. What do you get out of this?
Me? Well, you see, I get as far away from this shithole as I can. And with it, I get away from all the stupid fuckers who got a price on my head. The farther I get away from here, the more I get in that beautiful golden light outside of here, and after that, it's very hard for people who live in the shadow to stab you in the back, pour something in your tea, get that succubus to come over dressed like the bar wench and pour you that ale just right, all that shows she could lead you into the room and drain your soul. You know, it's very hard to do those things outside of Nebulum.
Hmm.
Hard,
Indeed.
but impossible.
And what then?
Well, I can't stand to make some money.
And then what?
Sit nice and cozy in my own little bar or something, with a wench in one arm and maybe a good dog at my feet at the other.
Ah, so then you wish to own a tavern.
Maybe.
You don't seem so certain.
To be honest, Chief, I don't really put much stock in my future. Why plan for long term, you know? I'm a Nebulese gutter rat. The next day is probably my last. No point planning beyond that point. Plan for the next day. Plan for the next day. Plan for the next day. It's how it keeps you alive. Dreams, aspirations, long-term desires. That's just stuff that gets you killed, Chief.
Delon watches him and listens intently, and then, after he's finished, he laughs.
I know, right? It's fucking hilarious.
No, you're completely wrong.
He raises a curious eyebrow at that and just starts, he's been tossing a gold coin this entire time, but he catches it and starts, twirling it around his fingers. Really? How's that?
Delon claps him on the shoulder and goes, "You couldn't be any more wrong, my friend. You have an experience." He's like, "I thought it was time. You were a clever and crafty individual who'd experienced a wide number of things in your life. But you've lived in this entire hole your entire time. You've barely begun to live. There's so much more beauty in this world outside of this one place. No. You must join." He's like, "Not only will you join us, you must join us. And I will make it my personal mission to see that you will achieve greatness."
As you say, that you must join us, he has this, like, bemused expression on his face. When you say that he will achieve greatness, that you were gonna make it your quest for that, he just has, like, this, like, okay then, look on his face. Just, like, he pats you on the shoulder, you see as he kind of, like, bends a little, slinking out of your grasp. Sure thing, Chief. So, where are we headed? Greatness, treasure, a mark, where are we going?
"Ah, now that you've joined us," and Delon clasps him on open shoulder and walks him over, "we seek the King's Glaive."
Right, the magic maybe glaive, maybe shield thingy that makes the next king.
Indeed. And that's why we're heading to King's Landing. Come, join us. I'll show you around.
Cool. Just make sure once we get to King's Landing itself, I'll wait at the front gate for you.
Ah, no, I insist.
No,
You'll
no,
come
no,
with
no,
us
no,
and
no,
bathe in
Chief.
the light.
Listen to me real quick. Unless you got somebody with a disguised self potion or something, you don't want me in King's Landing. Trust me. That is one place where I really, really should not set foot in if you want peace and, you know, good fun times like that.
So I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow, like look at Eleanor. It's like,
Did we just hire a wanted criminal? You bet, baby. The best criminal. How, wait, who are you wanted by? Who aren't I wanted by? I'm wanted by the Templar, wanted by that bastard in Reynolds,
Wanted
pilfered
by
something,
everyone.
lifted that one item from him, you know the one. He had this really beautiful tankard, another minor lord wanted it, and I just lifted it off of him, you know. The only person I'm not wanted by is the Nebulese lord. That and Savage Lands and Land of Monsters just, well, you know, they like strong people, so they like me. Oh, right. I'll give this one to everybody, and for a moment, Chief, I was a little bit afraid to not, I was gonna not mention this for a moment, because I kind of forgot. Weird that. Usually it's the first down payment. Hey, just so you know, I'm wanted by some really fucked up people. Specifically that Red Mega Society. The plus
the one
side
that-
is, Chief, that, because I worked with them for so long, I got a lot of their dirty little secrets. And so that's a good boon for you, because ain't nobody gonna figure out where we are without, well, from them, without me knowing their little tricks. Like, see that battle back there? That one in the camp? See, the reason I dipped, Chief, is because, well, they had somebody watching me.
Aye. We had spied that at one point. Sir Bub had noticed it.
He looks over at you, bub, and he throws you a gold coin. Damn, really? I like you already, little guy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take the coin and do like a cool little bow.
I thought you were gonna like bite the coin and see if it was real.
Actually, that's a good point.
As you do so, it is indeed real.
Oh,
Nice. It dented and everything. Now it's worthless.
yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You know how to do that, too. Can I keep him?
Aye, he's one of us. So what say you? So, an enemy of the Red Magnus. Cult, dragon worshippers, if I am correct in understanding.
Yep, that's the one. Long-term cult. They got their grubby little fingers in all sorts of walks of life.
Delon's gonna turn back to Gildas, and I'll walk back over to them and say, "We have an opportunity. I say we take it. We don't get many people who have an understanding of a cult, a deep-running cult. Besides, he's like, Delon gives like a warm smile. There's something. I sense it. He's not a good man. He's done bad things, and he'll be judged for them accordingly. It will most certainly be. But to leave him here in this rotting hell, I could not do so. Something is compelling me to reach out and tear him from this terrible place."
well, if you want to be his godfather so badly, then by all means. And besides,
Gildas.
wow, isn't what I'm saying is true though? But no,
I
an
just
enemy of the lion is a friend of mine. So
Hmm.
I see no objection,
think,
really.
Eleanor?
I still don't quite like him, but I don't quite believe that it would be in his best interest to do anything to us, especially outside of Nebulum. I feel like if he were going to do something to us, he would have done it by now. Most likely while we were sleeping in the bandit camp. He had every means to do so. We had our guards down after a hard fight, after all, and he scampered off with barely any word. If he really
Hmm.
wanted to, he could have just left then and there, but he came back to us willingly. I don't. That's the part that unsettles me, but perhaps that's just who he is.
And you sense it too.
Don't quite get him, honestly.
Hmm. I see something. And my lady has said that I have a knack for seeing things that others do not. So, why why ignore that? Especially in such a momentous moment. But it is your but it is your current campaign that we're following.
Yes. How about this? We'll give him a bit of a trial period. If he does not cause any extra problems for us, or he is a team player, we shall accept him. But if he starts getting up to some sort of tricks, we're going to send him to the Templar immediately.
I can live with that. Delon will approach him once again. My compatriots and I have spoken. As long as you're on a little trial period. Show that you mean well. Show that you're a hard worker and that you are willing to contribute to our group, and we will allow you to stay. But if you get into any tomfoolery or trickery or try to betray us in any measure, we will throw you to the Templars.
Got it. In that case, I just need to have this real clear beforehand. What counts as tomfoolery, trickery, and ne'er-do-wells?
Hmm.
Just so I know.
What do you think it means?
I'm assuming it means stealing from people that you told me not to, killing somebody without permission, perhaps slinking around the way I shouldn't have, something like that. I ain't a greenhorn.
Aye. To those words of the effect.
Excellent.
Run by us by your plans. If you want to do something, just ask. If we have an issue with it, we will bring it up and it is tabled. If we think it over and we give you permission, then you may do so. That's all we ask you to do. Be earnest.
Excellent. Then I won't keep my mouth shut. And to that effect, just so you know, Chief, he stands up, hefting a sack over his shoulder in the process, pats you on the shoulder, and in the same motion throws the sack at Gildas. Inside of the sack, Gildas, you find that there is several little flagons of what you can only assume to be some sort of ale. He gives you a wink.
Yeah. Return on investment, you know? Blah, 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 whatever. It's like, yeah, I'll just catch it and say, Gildas.
Nice to meet you, Gildas. That dwarven ale was truly exceptional. Some of those bastards that you got on your cart with you drank way too much of their fair share. So I went out of my way and I liberated some dwarven ale from some ne'er-do-wells who wouldn't appreciate it. Enjoy.
Good thinking. Well, we'll just put it back in the cart anyway.
He taps you on the shoulder again, Delon, and speaks a little more quietly. And just so you know, if you try to send me on a suicide mission, I will abandon it. And you have every right to send some man after me afterwards. I expect it even. Just know you better hire someone better than me. Because that man's gonna die.
Sounds like you talk from experience.
He peeks over your shoulder, Delon, at Bub. And he just throws Bub another gold coin.
Yeah. I like this guy.
This little guy's got ears.
Yeah, he does.
Can you turn into a dog?
No. But he can turn into a giant
Yes,
spider.
I can.
Hell yeah.
Confidently.
He ruffles your head a little bit. You're
Bobby's
gonna be
pleased.
when we go into battle. You're gonna be my hunting dog. Let's go, boy.
No, he bounced on top of me. We crushed it.
Have you even turned into hyena yet?
No, I haven't, because we've literally never run into a fight where Spider
Big
wasn't
spider
better.
is better.
The funny thing
Spider's
is
usually
that
better.
like
I'm waiting until we fight in the water, because then I could be giant Rocktopus. That's what I'm waiting for mostly.
after after that exchange, he walks back over, eats one cooked rat with one bite, throws the stick into the fire, then stomps it out, lifts up his gear, wraps his sword around his back, and with his heavily modified crossbow on his hip, turns to you all. Well then, once we're out of here, I'm gonna have to buy some more goods, if that makes sense. I used way too many of my personal ammunitions in that fight. One fire bomb and a smoke bomb. That was wasteful. What can I say? I gotta show off for future employers.
I'd be remiss as to begin walking. My name is Delon Isilius Gilmay.
Nice to meet you, Chief. You can call me Tulio.
Chief. As you wish. Anyone else can do an introductions. I know Gildas already did his.
I'm Bub.
Nice to meet you, bub. Tulio. You and me are gonna get up to so many hijinks, I can tell.
I like taking dirty jobs.
You too? He picks you up, Bub, and like puts you on his shoulder. Where have you been all my life, you little blue bastard?
I'm so excited. I'm just imagining like Delon and Gildas are doing like political stuff, and then like Bub and Julio have nothing to do, so we just go do other shit.
That's exactly what I imagined. That's exactly what I imagined. will happen.
They get up to harebrained schemes while the party's doing other shit.
Yes.
Look what we
What?
did. Here's like a bunch of gold.
Why am I
Yeah.
Well,
doing
you guys were at a boring party. We got into some real fun.
doing that?
True.
Not my job. We were drinking there.
Eleanor simply walks past Tulio with a cold shoulder. Eleanor. Nice to meet you, lady. Eleanor. Right. Ladyship.
Careful, she's the boss's boss.
Yeah. Chief is the one who paid me.
Delon is going to walk behind. He's just going to make sure he's going to be in the middle. Basically, Tulio's in front of him at all times.
You see, as he does not fight this, and funny enough, whenever you keep an eye on him, he just his smile just grows, and he just nods at you. Never a word.
Yeah, it's like a Garrick situation. Like, oh, I said I was like, I'm never not keeping my eye on you again. And he goes, I knew I liked you for a reason.
But alrighty, with the bandits having been routed, a new companion hired, and some bandits ready to turn over relief, and bound and gagged, swearing and kicking and thrashing bandit leader the whole way, party returns to King's Landing, richer for the experience. With that, we will wrap it up here. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a good one.